Hello, I am IBX Toycat, and today I'm going to be streaming for 1 hour and 30 seconds, apparently. That is because the stream is set to end at currently 3:37 GMT. British summertime, actually. But what's interesting is the fact that that is a time that I've decided for today's Memberthon can be extended by you, the viewers. As you might know, one of the things that is very important here on this channel, and perhaps across YouTube, is the membership system. There are some fun videos of things like me bathing in Iron Brew, and even the kind of partial half old scale Let's Plays, and if you'd like to get your hands on any of those, or indeed you just like the idea of the stream getting 2 minutes longer, you can become a channel member. I'm very aware, you know, I have done a memberthon before, and it's funny, the stream did just end when the timer got hit. I think no one became a member in time. It was very funny, and I'm fully willing to be prepared for that happening again. But it'll be fun to hang out in the meantime anyway, and so let's do this one. If you don't know, all of the rules and all the milestones are in the comments. I did forget to get my birthday tequila. The story behind that is I got a very nice bottle of tequila for my birthday, and I haven't found a good opportunity to drink it, so what better opportunity than if we can hit 400 members. Something that I think is like a healthy like space for the channel is to be about 400 to 500 members. So that's the goal I've set as my like, that would be crazy today. It would take, I think, 4.5 hours for us to get to that with, you know, organically, I guess you could say, of stream time. But yeah, I have no preconceptions of what's going to happen today. And I kind of think to a certain extent, not planning it makes it better in that way. And so in this world, we're going to be getting some important things done. I've got some cobblestone to deposit. I've got some wheat I need to collect on my sky-height wheat farm, by the way. Which does in fact go quite high up. Although, not always with the seeds. And, yeah, we got a lot of things we're going to be doing in the Let's Play world. Yeah, it's going to be a lot of fun today. So, yeah, as you can see, we're at 58 minutes and 30 seconds to go. And so it looks like it's going to be a nice, good stream. Also, darn, tequila and not a finely aged 2-year-old beer. Exactly. Sadly, that is correct. So, yeah, I was also considering changing the member sound. But again, I think it'd be, like, extra tragic if no one plays it. So, I feel like we're going classic with Pigstep. Hey! Ivory on Shake has become the first member today, which means that the time moves back to 3:39 British Summer Time, which means that it goes back, as you can see, above 1 hour like that. Isn't that wonderful? What are you planning to do in the Let's Play world, says Nervy Stories. Honestly, I always overplan when I'm like trying to do like, I feel like I have so many like tasks that I want to do in this world. And the moment I start thinking about one of them, I'm like, oh, but shouldn't I do this instead? So my vague idea is I want to work on the trial chamber. I want to build... us non-members. Yeah, you should. David Solovano, thank you for the tip. It's a weird time to be streaming, 2 p.m. But it is all just under the assumption of like, okay, my job and my goal is the fulfillment. Also, that I didn't realize I placed all the hoe areas here, but I don't actually have mobs sitting in it. Terrible. Chat, one of our goals today should be making our wheat farm a bit more effective than it is right now. I think, at the very least. Anyway, so let's go into the house. Let's bring our wheat back to the other side of the world. I've got some cows that need to be grown. And, yeah, it's going to be a lot of fun that way. So, yeah, if you are a non-member right now and you'd like a green name, what better a way to get one, right? Also, happy Sunday, wives and nuts. Sad I can't stick around today. I have to go to work, says Piper Gimbel. On a Sunday? Crazy. I thought Sunday was the day of rest. I mean, I don't know anyone who actually, like, uses Sunday as a day of rest. Like, I guess you know, sometimes you have Sunday as a day inside the house. That's, like, as close as I've heard anyone getting it. But, you know, yes, Sunday's the day where you feel a little bit less comfortable hanging out with friends. I think might be vaguely true, or I might not be an interesting person to be around. It's one of those two things. The wheat farm is already efficient, just not fast. You know, perfect efficiency is when you have an infinite amount of sugarcane to pick up. That's what efficiency is. Anything else is just a lie. So yeah, funnily enough, because I'm using my non-Silk Touch pickaxe, I'm starting to pile up loads of cobblestone, which I can easily just pile into a furnace here. But I'm thinking of, chat, actually making a dent in my stone collection today. It's one of those things I've wanted to do forever. I have 9 shulker boxes filled with stone, plus I've got 3 double chests filled with stone. Wouldn't it make sense if I could use those to make myself a fun little build? I think the answer is yes. Yes, it would be. And so I'm thinking of doing precisely that today, chat. I would like to get some use from that stone somewhere in this world. But first, yeah, it's, by the way, interestingly, we have, we got member messages from Antonia. Does this count? If it does, it's a huge coincidence. Missed these streams so much when I was in Scotland. Hey, thank you, back in the lad of the internet. What part of Scotland did you go to where there was no internet? I have some... Yeah, you're making it sound like it's a medieval kingdom. Hey, Carols! Thank you for ensuring... Oh, the member counter. It's manual, that's why it's... Thank you so much for becoming a member and adding 2 more minutes to the timer. As you might know, or as you might not know, actually, even when you gift a member, even though it's not actually counted as a member by YouTube system, we're still going to count it as a minute nonetheless. And so, yeah, look at that. We're back up to 58 minutes. Very exciting. Loving some live toycat streaming. You want to subscribe? Man, what a friendly stream. People are already jumping in. I definitely...
Loving some live toycat streaming. You want to subscribe people.
I do want to subscribe people.
Protect your houses.
I want to take people from around the world and force them to subscribe. That is exactly what I'm looking to do. So I'm going to take that, make it a big stack, then take 42 to the rest of my world. After doing a bit of a share, chat. One of the tasks that I only do on a every time I remember basis is sharing my sheep pen. It's a very, very bizarre sheep pen, but it's also kind of nice. I feel like I've tried a few times to like rationalize this and like make it more useful colors, but like having these collection of sheeps, like one you would find in the wild, does actually kind of add something to this, in my opinion. And it means that I can always have as much things made from wool as I like. So, yeah, with that said, interestingly, chat, okay, so, I want to quickly scroll back. We got Carrots as a member, and we have, oh, yeah, it looks like JFam has become a member, but it didn't show up. And Ifamida gave 1 gift of membership, and that didn't show up also. So that means we're at 371 members, and it means we're at 44, which means, hey, we're back above it now. Good news, JFam. Yeah, it didn't show up at all on the system, but it did show up. You did just become a member. I think it might be like the stream just started, so like the servers weren't correctly running or something. Congratulations for becoming a member so quickly, even I didn't see it. But yeah, if you're curious, I don't do it. It's all... you're probably aware that most streamers aren't sitting there manually being like, I'd better play the music, a member has just joined. It's all APIs, which means it's all YouTube telling Streamlabs what to do. And yeah, if you've just seen this sign, by the way, you've proven that it works. Honestly, I like every time I come past this, like adding a little bit of flair to the whole thing. One person got this reference here, chat, and I was like, that was one of the best feelings on the internet. It's time to emug some people. You better believe it is. Thank you, Shelly Robson, for letting me emug you right now. And indeed, D-Drop Mum, I never get to attend your streams. Glad to be here. Good to see you. It is a fun, different time stream for a Sunday. Love when the notifications won't do their job. Has anyone else been having that recently? I've had it, and everyone in my life is having it, where like, you know, whatever messaging service you use, like, you know, the WhatsApp, the Insta, whatever. Now that I think about it, basically every messaging service is Facebook owned in some way. But anyway, you know, even if it's like Signal or Telegram or whatever, like some of the messages just don't come through. You don't get notified for them, which is kind of scary, right? Anyway, yeah, today I chat. I actually, before the stream, I was like, I need to have groceries in. Just, you know, for cooking with toycat, obviously, if I was to do it, I'd need to have, like, you know, foods, that, you know, I think it just makes sense. If I was going to do cooking with toycat, I would need to have the groceries for it. And if I was going to do cooking with toycat, it'd have to be Minecraft food. So I have to order beetroot. Because who in their right mind has ever eaten beetroot? Out, like, you know, like, not because it's just showed up somewhere, you know, in front of them. You know, like, going to the store and buying beetroot, I literally didn't know where you'd find it. But I've got this, like, vacuum-sealed beetroot pack. It's super exciting. Okay, so now if we put this wheat away in here, then we have officially set up our world for success. Okay, so, yeah, chat, I feel like, honestly, the thing I should actually be doing in this world, it's always something that I'm like, every moment I have like a different huge burst of like, I need to do this. And it's a fun problem on this world. I was considering like fully planning out like, here's what I'll do, and then I'll do this, and then I'll do that today. And I realized that, you know, you can't do that with an unfixed amount of time, which is part of the joy, I think. So let's go for a little journey over to our Mintzraft sign. Let's see how it's going. Discord's been acting up. My best friend from New Zealand gets notifications from my messages 2 to 3 hours late. Oh yeah, I use Discord for work, and it's like there's a really important notification I don't get until later, and it's like, thank God that could resolve itself. I mean, there's an interesting point that, like, well, if a message resolved itself, was it even important for me to be there? But yeah, I think also chat, should I make a forever world? Amethyst MC, you 100% should. You 100% should. Cool name, by the way, Amethyst. Oh, one of the things I should do is I need to change my... yeah, thank you for having your name, Amethyst. I need to change my copper armor to amethyst armor now that copper armor actually exists. Can't believe those scoundrels would do that. I feel like most Minecraft YouTubers do it only for money or have an intense hyperfixation with the game. You can guess which one toycat is. Yeah, you better believe I love money. I am holding people to ransom today, saying unless enough money pours into that bank account, not even gonna stream your mince rack game for you. I'm pretty sure that's what you're implying there, right? I forgot I'm auto-membered because it means I don't get to add my 2 minutes. I was thinking about I think that is one of the problems with Memberthons, right? Or it's the problem with any form of system like that. You could also argue, like, even if you did it like, okay, well, if you tip $5, then that counts as 2 minutes. Then you could even argue, you know, there's I think it's like the problem that, like, companies that do sales have, where in the run-up to Black Friday, no one is making any big purchases. Not even because they think the prices will go down, but imagine buying a TV and then hearing about a great deal on Black Friday. You just feel bad, you know? You would just be like, oh, I guess I made a mistake here, huh? Also, where did all this gravel come from, chat? Does anyone know why this is here? There's no way it's meant to be here. But let's give it a quick removal, because I'm fairly sure it looks like it fell out of the sky or something. Weirdly enough. And then what we're gonna do is we're gonna head to this side, because I think one of the things one of the areas that I think I'm still missing is this big kind of stone cliff over here. It's meant to be like a little house inside there. It'd be nice to get it moving. All right, I'm making your armor better. I'm also making Forever World. Yay, Amethyst! That's what I'm talking about. Make those improvements. Be the change you want to see in the world, and if you can't do that, then, you know, be in the world. So one of the funny things is I have all of this gravel floating above midair on these, you know, these grass. I could actually just use this white wool that I've mysteriously found, and it would be a fun little thing that no one would spot. Although actually inside here, it is a different floor. Donation should make the string longer by a second, says a Karsh Warrior. You know, a Karsh Warrior, just for that comment, I'll make the stream 1 second longer for you. Yeah, you like that? Do you see how 34 seconds came up twice? That's because it now ends at 44 past 3 plus 1 second. Yeah, you get that. Yeah, it's insane. It's a crazy world we're living in. I watched the Darn Political Compass video and I immediately subscribed. I'm glad you liked it. Yeah, I really, every time I come here, chat, I'm like, oh, this is a fun area of the world. I want to work on it. But because it is a perfect recreation, it doesn't need any work. Every time I'm here, I'm like, this part is kind of fun. And the part that does need work is, like, very, very, very derivative off the base of the, you know, it's like going for that Legend of Zelda idea where it's the original TU1 tutorial world, but everything's underwater. There's this fun idea that I feel like a lot of video games have inspired into me, which is like, and also the movie The Day After Tomorrow, that like one day everything will be underwater. One day we will all be, everything we know today, you know, like the city of Atlantis. There's something just interesting about the idea. I think it's the Titanic that's done this to people. Side note, do you know there are people who are like, you know, their nerdy hyper obsession is the Titanic? I can tell you this because I've seen Titanic fans in London. It's fun. There's a fandom. Yeah, I think it's super cool personally. I remember I used to watch Toycat every day because I was bored. Congratulations on not being bored every day. Because you said used to. Unless you're saying now you watch it because it's more emotional fulfillment. Cool, 1 more second of Toycat. Can you make the stream 5 seconds shorter? Says the 1-6. You know, I can't make it 5 seconds shorter. That's a big ask. But I'll make it 1 second shorter just for you. The 1. So there you go. If you notice, the second 50 did not happen. That's actually... do you know leap seconds are a real thing? We regularly do Why do I have so many hay bales? This is something I should fix. We regularly do have leap seconds, actually. It is a... Oh, so we should put those back, actually. We regularly have to have leap seconds because of the... Like, the way that we measure time is we want it to be accurate to the world, but the world is not perfectly... There's variations in it, and our second system isn't perfect. I think it's really cool, personally. So yeah, chat, I've got all of this stone over here that I'm going to take with me so that I can use the stone that is sitting uselessly in my world first, and then the stone that I do need second. That's the plan here. Let's see if it's a good one. My bestie is a Titanic hyperfixator. Yeah, it's cool, right? That there are people. It's really cool that there are people who are into any... I guess I was going to say into anything, but like the Titanic is specifically like a big collection of people. It's not like, oh yeah, there's 6 people out there who know this one vague... It's like, no. There's a whole bunch of them. Also, chat, I need to sleep somewhere, but there's no bed here. If only there was some consistent part of my world where I could always find beds, that would be handy, huh? And guess what? I found it. This is a game changer. Having one of these everywhere. But they used to do them not in the way they used to because the tech got messed up. Yeah, I think the last leap second was in 2016. Oh, it's been 9 years. I thought they were like every few years, like, you know, or has it been the people in charge of adding leap seconds have been taking some time off since then? Anyway, yeah, I think there's some stone I have to put over here. So that's exactly what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna put it behind the kind of the dirt and grass that's gonna go here. So like just go back 1 block, put it here, put it there, and put it there. And then we'll put the dirt on top of it later, and that'll be good. So yeah, that's interesting that the tech got messed up for bleep seconds, because I've always been aware, like one of my favorite things, I think this is everyone's joy, right? Is like having like a teacher that like actually learns something from you. I feel like so many teachers. I have this one teacher, chat. I had this one teacher. And to this day, every time I try to think about miserable old woman, it's like, oh, her. She comes right into my head. I really, really didn't like this one maths teacher. And maths is one of my like favorite subjects. I think it's like I think it's like a classic, like, if you get to a certain level in maths, it's fun to like discover the things because it all perfectly gels. Whereas if you're like, I think there's some subjects where being ahead and behind doesn't really matter to the enjoyment. Like the amount that you know about the English language doesn't make reading books any less enjoyable, I don't think. But the amount that you know about maths can make learning about more maths more enjoyable. Like if you've ever tried to do derivatives, understanding what the derivative actually means is like such a cool thing, but also it doesn't help you learn more. Right? And in the same way, when you can't even do derivatives, when 2x minus x squared or whatever is a nightmare, you know, when you can't do derivatives. Also, I'm going to chop down some trees. It looks like that's something I'm going to need over here. So let's go across the world for that. Even when you're just demolishing or excavating lots of stone. Also, have you considered making a Minecraft server to play on streams with subscribers? Yeah, actually, I have. Fun fact. I do feel like I have something planned in that vein soon. I'm a bit more of a like, because I play single player Minecraft as my Minecraft, I like doing like kind of more artsy things. Like I like to play like, I see why people play Hypixel multiplayer, for example. It's not me. It hasn't been for a decade. But I see like, okay, playing Bed Wars is like, you're taking advantage of the multiple players and doing something you couldn't do by yourself. Whereas if I was just in this world, but there were 7 other people building their own houses and chopping down their own trees, I think the only benefit is kind of like having an automatic farm or something. It's like, okay, so I could do some tasks easier. Or like, I think it's also beneficial if like you have a shared world, but it also sucks to, it's like working on a group project. Like for every time you have a project where someone else makes it easier for you, you have a project where someone else is, you know, doing the work and expecting you to... Yeah, there's like a balance to be found in there. By the way, good news, chat. The stream is not ending at 3:44 p.m. British time. Because instead, young Nuggo, the king of the Nuggos, has just become a channel member, bringing us up to 49 minutes. Thank you very much, young Nuggo. It is very heartwarming to hear the number of people who are like, yeah, I found the channel. It was a great source of, getting through this or that or whatever. I definitely think back in the day, like before I started YouTube, but even like a tiny bit after I started to, there was this real thing of just like, oh, there is someone who cares about the same stuff I do. I cannot believe that. Nothing else matters. I'll watch their videos. Whereas now it feels like, okay, there is a YouTuber for every niche. That's not even surprising anymore. Not even surprising anymore. So single player is so nice. Having full control over everything is nice. Yeah. I really like single player Minecraft. And so if I'm playing multiplayer, there's a reason, there's a purpose, a stated goal. Hey, Larry Nannery! Thank you for becoming the 373rd channel member and bringing this up to 48 past. And then also a gifted membership from the Medibia brings us up to 49. Hey, 51 minutes. We're going, chat. So yeah, it's 373 by the way. We are 27 members away from my birthday tequila, chat. It is very, very exciting for me. So yeah, this is my tree farm. I do need some oak wood. It's very, very handy to have one of these, I've got to say. It's also, I guess, like the tiniest bit of a pain in its own way. So instead of using the shears, I'm going to switch those out, get this out. I'm going to try and get some of these big logs dealt with. Unsuccessfully in most cases, but still. Yeah, chat, it's really, really cool to see. Can I give you a little update on my life, actually, chat? I've got that problem where I'm like, you know, I've been having like a busy few days recently, in like a nice way. But this has been like a stream that I've been like looking forward to the whole way through, right? It's been like, oh yeah, let's because it's you know, kind of like I was saying, like there's like, it's fun when you find someone that like does this niche you care about or is something, you know, it's always fun when you're like, wow, that's the type of content that exists. And I think it's cool that somehow people found that in me. I think I don't know if you want to call this imposter syndrome, or maybe if you want to be more critical, just a accurate statement of facts or whatever. But I really feel like quite frequently, like, you know, how is it that like people, you know, watch me? Like why is that the case? Like, I feel like I put a lot of like work into what I do. But like work and results are such different things on YouTube. Like I think it's one of my like most unpopular but correct opinions. But I mean, I guess no one has an unpopular opinion unless they think they're correct, right? No one is like, you know what? I know people don't like to hear this, but actually, I think that I can't even think of unpopular. Right? I think that fruit juice is bad for you. I don't feel strongly about this. I just like riling up people who like fruit juice. I have a family member who's like really big on organic stuff that I spoke to recently, and they're like, yeah, I love fruit juice. I can't ever drink a Coke. I'll drink a fruit juice though. And I was like, you know, it's like the same amount of sugar. They're like, yeah, exactly. But one feels healthier. And I think there is a lot in like the feelings in that way. Speaking of there being a lot in the feelings, has there been a release date for the new Copper Drop yet? There has not been. I'm still fairly sure it's going to end up being the 16th. I would, you know, if you want to take my word for it, you can. But yeah, so the birthday tequila is a fun one. It's something I'm excited for if we hit to 400, because it's actually going to be tasty. You know, like for so many people, tequila is this big punishment. For me, it's like, oh yeah, that makes me feel a good way. I still have my Christmas tree up from 2019. It's basically a COVID tree. Also, don't worry, it's a fake tree. Yeah, I'm glad you clarify it's a fake tree, because probably wouldn't be doing very well. I mean, there's no reason a tree can't last 6 years. Just plant. I think it should be normal that we have a patch of our living room that's dirt, so that the Christmas tree can live happily. Maybe to have a hatch above it so you can cover it up. Because I hate the outside getting inside. Don't get me wrong. I'm not like one of those sorts of people. But I am also the sort of person who... Okay, I've got myself some wood now. I can go and bring that back. It'll be great. I'm also the sort of person who thinks, like, there's a lot of things we do fake that would be kind of cool if they were real, right? Also, hating on Juice. Do you want me to get back to hating on Juice? Sorry, James Weston. You know what? Juice is great. But yeah, like, I think very few people have a controversial opinion where they're wrong. Also, you're doing a subathon. Nice. Isn't it weird that it's called a subathon? Because we could do a, like, you know, okay, I think about this one a lot. Because I think it would be cool to hit 2 million subscribers, if only for the sake of hitting it. I am, for the first time in, like, a while, I think I finally get the YouTube game again in the sense of, like, for what, like, you know, whether we want it or not, whether it is, hey, Triggerland Mac! Thank you for gifting another membership. Wait, no. Is this the one from earlier? I think it's the one just now. Thank you very much for gifting and for allowing the stream to last another minute. Exciting. Yeah, no, the concept of subathons is so interesting to me. Because you could do it for subscribers on YouTube, but like, a subscriber has zero meaning or value. Like, the fact that I have whatever the number of subscribers is right now, in fact, it doesn't even show the number to you, right? It shows you an estimate. Like, that shows how irrelevant the number is. Like, if it has to round up or down anyway, then, you know, and the fact that it hasn't ever affected anyone's life kind of is all the proof you need that, like, oh yeah, it's a fun thing if you want to follow it, I guess. So, Kat, do you have a mob switch on your world? Why would I have a mob switch? That sounds... I don't know what a mob switch is, but I don't want one. Okay, so we wanted to use the stone for something, but I've just put it away in this chest, which means when I do use the stone for something, we'll make sure we grab it from this chest. Yeah, I think that's a good idea. Also, I did build little statues on top of the little redstone bed, like they're Toys R Action figures. It's cute. I like it a lot. Also, hello, Peen. How are you doing today? Hello, Peen. How have you been? I know that guy. You're very welcome. Thank you, Triggerland Mac, though. It means a lot. Yeah, because so a YouTube subscriber is like... It could be someone who has watched a video once and misclicked the subscribe button that is a subscriber. Whereas it could be that there are people in this chat, and you see this a lot with people because YouTube will tell you if someone is subscribed and they have it public. There are lots of people who aren't subscribed but have watched thousands of videos and consider themselves to be fans and are excited to see more. You know, like, which one... It'd be like trying to measure celebrities of, like, a follower score. You know, like, how many Twitter followers Taylor Swift has no bearing on how many views or plays. Do they call it plays? It'd have no bearing on how popular our music becomes. I'm pretty sure, at least. Anyway, yeah, we're going to go through the Nether to get back to the other side of our world. It should be good. Mob switch disables mob spawning on your world. I do not have a mob switch. I've not heard of the concept. To be totally honest with you. So chat, I saw something cool recently. I know you guys like my fun beverage containers. But it looks like I'm not the only one who finds them cool. Because recently I was at the store and I saw such a cool drinks container. And they're so down with the idea of making things quirky that they actually came with a unique way to put it in too. So I just spilled some on the thing here. So get this, chat. I found a drinks container where they were so committed to the idea of it being a weird way to drink it that you don't even drink it like it's like from the spout or anything like that. But instead, the way you drink from this container, I'm having to put it on the top now. It's a little bit of a mess. Oh, damn it! There you go. Look, chat. Okay, get this right. It's a drink dispenser where you have one little pump at a time. Oh, no, you don't. Oh. Yes, you do. I thought this was so clever, chat. And yeah, I think it's kind of crazy that a lot of people. I think it's crazy that a lot of people have decided to jump on this train enough so that now it's you know, even the stores themselves are selling these delightful little drink containers. Cooking with Toycat is 450. Gonna take a minute, but I'm crossing my fingers. Actually, Caracox at 2 minutes a member. Cooking with Toycat is 80 minutes away, which is an hour, so it's going to take an hour. Wait, no, it's 80 members, which is 2 hours and 40 minutes. Plus whatever comes from the gifted memberships. Oh, that's kind of crazy. Quirky is toycat's middle name. Thank you. Also, as a Swiftie, Taylor is a bad example to compare for followers versus music streams. No, but I'm saying if she gets another 1 million followers, she's not getting another 1 million music streams. And if she doesn't lose any followers, she could still lose relevancy, right? Or similarly, if you don't like my Swiftie example, yeah, you can't actually suck straight out of this. You do have to pump it. Hey, Jackson! Thank you for becoming the 374th channel member and for extending until 3:52 p.m. Oh, no! Oh! Man, that shouldn't be okay. I'm amazed that it is. So what you have to do is we have to relight that portal and probably patch up this creeper hole. We'll put a torch down under here. Honestly, it's kind of fun. I like... Some people are big believers in the idea that, like, don't even leave the space under the ground. I like this idea that you can see where at some point there has been a creeper explosion by where I've had to patch it up like this, if you ever dig down below the surface. I think it's like a cool scar for your world, personally. I love the concept of, like, I don't want to say scars, but I love the idea that you can see some record of history through what you've done. Because, you know, I guess, you know, which kind of ties back into the followers argument. That is the, I think that's how most people describe followers or, you know, subscribers or whatever else. It's like, yeah, Lifetime Achievement Award. Halloween sounds fun, but my country only celebrates it as a commercial event. Yeah, I think, weirdly, so I feel like the UK has Americanized in a lot of ways. Hey, Caracox! Thank you so much. You know, apparently, you're right. You've made it more than a couple of minutes closer. Thank you. You excited for cooking with Toycat? It sounds like that's where we're going. Actually, I said Cara. I guess it's Cara, right? There's a lot of names that have those like minor variations based on where they come from. Hope I got yours correct. So yeah, chat. I've every time I come and show you this, it's gone a little bit more advanced since the last time. It's one of those genuinely, like, it sits in the background projects. But I think we've now gone to the point where it's like, it's so close to complete that the only way to, like, it's like, we're at 80%, and so 85% doesn't feel like anything. It feels like you have to be at, like, 95% or whatever. I love that concept too, I make an effort to preserve. Yeah, but I think a lot of the world doesn't get preserved by default. A lot of the world, when it's gone, it is gone. And, you know, I think there's something about that is worth resisting. That is worth fighting against for the things you care about. If you care about anything. If you don't, then I guess you don't need to worry. So I think I'm going to sell my hay bales. And I'm going to buy some mangrove wood. Yeah, I think that's what I'm going to do, chat. I don't think I need to use the mangrove wood. It's just, it's a good trade to get 1 hay bale for 8 logs. It's a lot easier to get 1 hay bale than 8 logs anyway. So, very, very good, I would say. Do Brits do Halloween? Yeah, no, exactly. I feel like I think we've Americanized in a few ways over the last, like, you know, 50 years, especially. You know, we fell as a superpower, and now we're like, okay, well, as an English-speaking country, I guess, if we're looking for stuff to do. It's the same way, like, St. Patrick's Day went from America to Ireland rather than the other way around. But I think Halloween is just the commercial event here too. For the first year I moved out or like was in a house by myself, I was scared of Halloween. I was like, oh god, people are gonna come to my door. You know, I feel like it takes a long time to be put together enough to, you know, have sweets for random strangers to show up at your door. Like indulging other people's kids with your money and, you know, your sweets. I think that's kind of crazy. I think it's kind of goofy, but kind of silly to ever be expected. So let's now place that a little lower down, and then maybe back up a little higher up over here. And then we just put some blocks over here, bring it out over there, and this should add a little bit of good vibes to the place. Oi, Halloween is Irish. We brought it to America. Is that true? I'm going to need a fact check on that one. I'm going to need a not Irish person for that. What is your tip to not get overwhelmed by my forever world? Oh, the smartest thing to actually do is you break it into little pieces. Man, this really is the forbidden drinking container. It feels like I'm doing something horribly wrong. It's like quite a floral drink too. It's you know, it's this weird new brand of beverage called Carex. For my American viewers, for that joke to work, it's called Dawn. There we go. Look at that. See, I know my brands. Anyway, I guess Tide would be funnier. Anyway, I wonder if you get more liquid if you suck on the soap dispenser. Yeah, I figured I would. I figured I would too, Dasher, because there is just a tube in here, right? But genuinely, I can suck as hard as I like on this, and more stuff doesn't come out. I think maybe if I squeeze, hold down first, and then. Okay, pro tip for anyone out there at home with one of these two. With one of these little dispenser lids on your fancy new cups. Do you think do you think you could legally... Okay, I just came up with a brilliant idea, chat. Merch drop. Because a lot of people like the silly drink containers we come out of. You know, we drink out of here. What if I sold soap dispensers as drinking implements? You know? You know, obviously you put that, like, silly legal disclaimer, like, oh yeah, just so you know, this is not meant to be drunk from. You do that continuously until the lawyers go away. But like, do you think if you did that, just fill this up, nice and easy peasy, and there we go. Place gets a bit nicer. And then we have to put stone on the inside here, which is funny because I just dropped the last of the stone, but that's fine. And then that'd be good. Is your mind convincing you you're drinking liquid soap? Yeah, I feel like a lot of people would have some issues based off that. I think my suggestion is create multiple cities and not get bored. I'm gonna say this, you know, I say this out of respect. I think that's terrible advice, Triggerland Mac. I think people should not listen to you. I hope you're okay with me saying that, because I do think that there's a lot of advice that seems good and can work for one person in one moment. And it's good that that advice exists for those people in those moments. Also, I think I'm going to go to the Nether now. I think one of my to-do list items that I would really love to get done is my Nether. I have to make sure I work with stone before I'm done here. It seems like I'm just trying to put it off, but I swear, chat, I just have other things that are taking my interest here. I think I would love to go work on the Nether highway to the Blue Forest. Because I needed blue wood recently, and it was a pain to get... No, I needed redwood recently. It was a pain to get my hands on, and I couldn't even trade with the Wandering Trader for it. But you can drink from anything if you're brave enough. So, do you think you'd get in some issues being like, oh, toycat's telling his subscribers to drink soap? You know, could you fill up the dispenser with soap and then drink out of it and be like, toycat told me this was okay? I want to know. I'm sure it's... I guess there are probably, like, food grade concerns of drinking it. Like, I guess... I don't know enough about microplastics besides the fact that they exist. Chat, have you seen all the... Hey! John Cummins, 9498. Thank you for becoming the 375th member. We're 25 away from birthday tequila moment, chat. Remember to put amethyst trims on your armor. Can't wait for the stream to be 8 hours long. On Av, you can't say you want it to be 8 hours long and then not become a member. That's like, that would be like showing up to a restaurant and being like, I can't wait to have my steak. By the way, I forgot my wallet at home. You know, you might get lucky that there's enough other people at the restaurant. I guess actually, weirdly, the more people there are at the table with you, the less rude it is for one person to forget their wallet. Yeah, you know, chat, can I share my my belief? You know, a weird one here. I had a little bit of a faux pas yesterday. Because I went out to a place where, you know, it was like a tasting menu for someone's like birthday. And, you know, at this place, everyone else gets a wine pairing, and I'm like, oh, yeah, I'm not sure if I... and at the end, they're like, do you want to split this? And I'm like, actually, I think I'd rather not, if I'm given the option. And it's one of those, like, things that I feel like everyone feels really strongly one side or the other off, right? But what do you think, chat? I want to, if I could, can I engage you in a little bit of a silly one here? Because I feel like It's one of those things where if you don't think about it, it's the perfect way to do it. But if you really think about it, it's insane, you know, because if you really think about it, it's quite weird that you'd be like, oh yeah, well, my meal costs 10 and your meal costs 12. Let's both pay 11. You know, and it's like, okay, that's fine. That's like £1. No one cares about that. But if you do, if it's like, you know, more substantial, it's like, oh yeah, I ordered the steak. I had this recently with a friend, and we both just split it all the time, so it doesn't matter. But you know, he got a steak. I got like a Scotch egg. And it's like, yeah, we'll split that, and eventually it'll work out. But if you like don't know, if you don't frequently like dine with people, I feel like splitting the bill is one of the craziest things. That is basically like, I think you know, I thought about it a lot. Also, well, here's us being pushed on the YouTube homepage. Says Epic0722. Wait, you got this stream recommended to you by YouTube? Oh yeah, we have more people in here than when we were doing Sky Glue. More people want to watch me play around in my survival Let's Play world while watching a timer go down than want to watch me literally surviving above the clouds. That is interesting. That is a data point. Also, I am fascinated by this lava chat. Do you know why this is happening? Like, I don't even know how that would happen. But then I'm thinking if we just... Yeah, I definitely don't want the lava to flow that far over here. So I'll cut it off there and maybe over here as well, and then there. No. Okay, so I just don't want the lava to flow too much more than it is. But I definitely want to keep that there. Hello, toycat. Your short film video about the lobster rolls got me curious about what they actually look like. Having seen the pictures, I crave one. What places usually sell them? Okay, so first of all, I've got to say, did you know lobster rolls available right now in Boss Blitz? It took so long to go from concept to rolling out that update. I'm starting to understand, you know, I'm starting to understand Mojang's 3-month drop cycle being basically, you know, like most of the features that are coming out in September were finished in July. They haven't actually changed the copper sword any substantial amount. And so the new design and the new, like, implementation, most of the hard things about working on that were done in July, but it's only going to be, like, September that they roll out, right? Also, build what you want, not what you think a good Minecraft should do. Oh, that's good advice, Cat. Yeah, see that? I think if you wanted me to really, like, break it down, I would say, like, yeah, build what you want. Important. Maybe the most important. Have a fun time. Remember, fun is the priority. But also remember, I'm gonna go, I feel like most of my life is trying to tell people, like, look, the hedonist treadmill is the easiest trap we can all fall into. You know, the easiest trap is to fall into, go to a restaurant and be like, I'll just have what I want at the restaurant. Hey, wow. Chat, I didn't know this was in old enough chunks for me to, I mean, I guess it must be. I'll leave those there though. That's cool. I could do something with these, huh? Oh no, a Bedrock moment. I like your long-term survival world best. But like, there's a lot of things in life where like the easiest thing to do is just be like, yeah, just don't think about it. And don't think about it is something that most people are going to do for most things most of the time. But because you're trying to do something that is different to average, right now, look, long-term survival worlds, by my opinion, should be the default way to play Minecraft. But what we've learned from the last 15 years is they're not. Most people who have been playing Minecraft for a decade or more don't have a world that they've been playing for a decade or more. Like, and it's a dramatic percent too. It's not even like, oh yeah, like some people do, some people don't. It's like no one does. It's just not a category of person that seems to exist. And so, yeah, also I've learned everything about this game from you, says John Cummins. Thank you. Oh, thank you so much for becoming a member for that, John. I always say there is absolutely no need to member, except today, where I say, oh, what are you doing? You're not membering? Does that mean you hate me? Does that mean you want the stream to end in 33 minutes? But no, John Cummins, I'm glad that you learned so much from the videos. Okay. It's fine. They can die. It's chill. Hide around this corner. Didn't want to use that firework rocket, but it's fine. He's got very bad accuracy. Oh, and wait. Chat. Are baby piglins meant to be able to pick up crossbows? What do they do with them? Whatever. That sounds like a you problem. I do feel a little bad for killing his parents. Don't get me wrong. But he can enjoy himself. He can live a great life. No one can tell you what you can and cannot do. Yeah, so, but I'm then gonna give the counter advice, the contrary advice, which is that like you're trying to do something different to the normal, which means you need to do something different to the normal. So the reason most people, you need to work out like why do most people not do this? What goes wrong there that I can correct for? Is it just your attitude? So Mabella, thank you. Wait. Thank you for becoming a channel member for a decent number of months there. 377. I've never heard of a long-term world before you. Yeah, I was so sure. Okay, it is the way I've been playing Minecraft as the default for so long. And then like somewhat recently people are like, oh, toycat, you got that cool world. It's like, wait, but this is definitely just the... I feel like it was the way Minecraft implied you should play, right? Like the implication is not like there's no other game where people regularly are like, oh yeah, I just start Mario 64 different like save file every time I play the game. Like when you complete the game, maybe you do that. But imagine getting to the end of Bomb on Battlefield and being like, it's my favorite level, so why would I play anymore? Let's just restart and do those 6 stars again. Because I like, you know, it's I wonder if you could argue that's like a fault in Minecraft's design. It's something I think genuinely is hard to describe as anything else. Because like, there's so much Minecraft content that so many Minecraft players haven't dealt with. Is it maybe the popularity of like first night survival videos? And people are like, yeah, the first night is the cool one to survive. Who cares about anything after that fact? Clearly YouTubers don't. Also, should I be concerned about that guy? What I should do is what any reasonable parent should do, and lock them in a box and come back for them later. But yeah, so like I don't know, like I think it's really interesting the idea that like maybe it's a uniquely me thing, maybe it's a uniquely like cheap thing. But I feel like okay, if your intention is to pay for yourself at a place, I think like price is a factor that should like be a thing to you. I had a little bit of a rant on this in my last members only Let's Play chat, but like I feel like if you ask for a Coke without like I feel like when you ask for something and you don't ask for the price, you are sending like the subconscious signal, I don't care what the price is. If you ask for something and you hear a crazy high price and you still go, yeah, I'll just have it anyway, I think that's like one of the worst things you can do for the world. I feel like, you know, we can talk about burning you know, burning the planet or whatever else. Also, live in Colorado is killing me as a single person financially, or else I'd never miss a single member. No stress at all, McBella. Thank you. No, I hope that didn't come across as any rudeness. You're one of my favorite people to see in the stream, membered or not, and it's really cool to see that you've been here after all these years. Colorado's become the cool state to live in, though, right? Am I right about that, Bella? Is that like happened around you? Were you in it, and then people started moving there in their droves? Like, whenever I talk to Americans, they're always like, yeah, I wouldn't live over here now. I think I'd be moving to Colorado if I was a young person trying to make a family. That's how they sound. I think the last people I spoke to are from Florida who said that. They're like, yeah, I don't think I'd be living in Florida if I was picking now. Which is an interesting, a very interesting thing to say. Like, I really, really like, I guess actually, people's needs change as they age. But I like where I live a lot. It's like, yeah, if it is in your means, if it is not going to ruin your life in the place that you pick, I like where it is. I like where I live a lot. I would recommend it wholeheartedly. I'd be a little bit like, oh, why are you trying to keep this from me if someone didn't? Also, yeah, guys, London prices can be a bit high, and people on the street can be high too. There's a random homeless guy shouting on the street. You know what, Cube 1 beer, you could be describing a lot of streets there, but London is the best city for the homeless people not yelling at you. You need to travel because the homeless people, you're in North America and they're going, ah, 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 ah. Like, and you know, like, it's a mental health episode, and that's what makes it extra tragic, is you're, you know, like, I feel like you have to be, you know, it's, I mean, maybe this is offensive, but I feel like, you know, if someone cannot use language to describe what is happening to them. I feel like, you know, it's like the social contract, right? If you're not following one part of the social contract, who's to say what other parts of the social contract you aren't following? And so when people are like, you know, when people are screaming, that is scary, and that is the North American homeless experience. But yeah, I also McBella says yes, one of them. I'm a native. Oh, so you know, you're like, all these damn immigrants coming into Colorado just because we got some nice man. This isn't how Colorado natives sound. Yeah, I think it's kind of one of the crazy, like, I don't want to say coincidence because it's like no doubt to some extent manufactured. I think it's quite crazy that like America basically populated the East and the West Coast, and then every now and then like a state that is inland picks up a bunch of traction too. Like people were moving to Idaho and Montana semi-recently. It sounds like they're moving to Colorado now. It's like that's how you fill up a country, is people slowly deciding to do that. My problem with Minecraft Survival Worlds is the fact that I'm a perfectionist and afraid to build, and the updates make me feel like I'm missing out, even if my new chunks will update. Yeah, I think I've entirely gone over that now. There's a video I'd recommend to simplify it, but there is no, like, it has been a year since they added content that required new chunks, and even then, I feel like it's not something I would expect. Like, if we're expecting an ocean update, right? That's where we're kind of leaning right now, bizarrely enough. But if we're expecting an ocean update, then we're expecting it to be, you manifest that destiny. Exactly. It's a really happy coincidence that when Americans got to the middle of the continent, there was no one living there already. It's such a happy coincidence. I'm very glad. You know, if there was, that destiny would be a lot trickier to manifest. But again, just pure amazing chance. You know, worked out on the American side there, I think. Also, unfortunately, almost all homelessness Americans from untreated mental health or addiction both need assistance. Yeah, I think if I could really... I think that America is a harder place to not have family connections. And statistically, because it's a country of immigrants, it is a place that fewer people have family connections. It's like a bit of a double-edged sword there, right? Yeah, chat, do you have homeless people where you live? Or, right, do you see homeless people regularly? I think, you know, if you feel like being modern, we could say unhoused people. I really don't like pushing terms like that, but now that I feel like the majority of the world agrees with me that it's silly, I'm gonna start using it like, you know, maybe. Also, thank you, Daniel Connors, for gifting 5 channel members, pushing the stream 5 minutes further into the future. Massively appreciate it. Will the ocean update fix my tropical fish just swimming in circles? Not unless they're in an ocean. I'm sad to announce for you. Okay, so let's go back to the Nether and let's build that ice pathway, shall we? Massive thank you, Dan Connors. I think it's so cool how many people are friendly on the internet. The number of people showing up here, throwing some support in. Like I'm very aware of the fact that like you don't need to do anything, man. Also, homeless is out of control here in the last 15 years. Oh, that's interesting. I feel like I must have picked this up from South Park or something. But I always heard like if you lived in the middle of the country state, you just have to put your homeless people on a bus to like a big city. There was a big political controversy. One of the state governors did that to another one of the state governors, right? They're like, well, if you guys like these people so much, here's 500 of them on buses. Which is I don't know, like on the one hand it's humans and not good to use humans as a political football. On the other hand, objectively kind of like I think it's an interesting like, oh god, that's a gas, that's a gas, that's a gas. No. Okay, I'm getting out of it. Okay, I probably need to better gas-proof this place. Is that why they do like that? Because they're in my river and not in my ocean? Oh no, if you're curious, Polly, it's a Bedrock bug. It's one of those, like, low priority Bedrock bugs, as far as I can tell. Also, what is down here? Chat, did I start building an ice pathway? Chat, I have no recollection of this. You can see I've got tons of the blocks removed for it. Like, it clearly is functioning. But why and where does it go? I guess we'll find out the answer to those questions right now. Let's go. I've got a plenty filled pickaxe. I need the Nevrac anyway. I'll fill up my shulker boxes. Does it just end here? Why does this exist? I think maybe I was planning an ice path to go parallel to my this path, and then maybe I decided against it. I decided on horses in the end, but I don't keep enough horses like connected to the path. Maybe if I wait, I've got an idea, chat. What if I put my horses? See, this is why it's cool just to spend some unstructured time in a world. It's the opposite of what it's the bad advice for keeping a long-term world going, by the way. Being kind feels good. It baffles me why it's difficult to comprehend for some people. Yeah, I do think actually, Dasher. So I'm really anti the concept of like trying to create like tests and cliques of like, oh, are you this personality type or this personality type? But the thing I think is most true is there's basically 5 major ways a person can be. And if you are, a lot of people are just one thing or another thing. Like if you're deeply extroverted, you probably think it's weird that people can only socialize for so long. It's like, what do you mean? Like you just like what how can you only socialize for so long? That's like saying you can only play Minecraft for so long or you can only drink water for so long. Although actually both those things are limited. But I've never understood people can meet someone else without an actual reason. Yeah, but so I think from this is just my opinion, my perspective, based on the evidence I've picked up in my life so far. I think that, so if you're really extroverted, you don't understand why people don't enjoy social interaction. I think if you're, and I think that most people have some loyalty inside of them. And if you're really loyal, you can either be someone who like picks your in-groups carefully, or you can be someone who just goes, look, I don't care how it is, but the thing that, like, you know, I don't care, well, the only thing I care about is if you're on team me, team us, team, you know, we, then you're good. I will defend you as best I can. And if you're not on team us, get out there. Get effed, you know? And so I feel like, you know, like, kind of go back to the homeless thing. That is one of the problems. Is like, I feel like one of the only way to make a place work that is, like, in the early days of any, like, if you don't have access to giant resources and, you know, massive structures of control, the only way to make a world work is say everyone looks after their family. I can barely look after my family. I can't look after yours. You look after your family. You know, you go by like family structure, or you can maybe argue friend structures too, right? But it means if you're not someone I know, if you know, and that's like a very common like settler attitude. But it's also kind of true in cities too. I think if you cared about everyone as much as you cared about your close friends in Moscow, hey, feline time. Thank you for becoming the 378th channel member and bringing the stream up to, that's right, we're in a new hour now. It's going to end at 16:01. I don't know what happened there. But we got 25 minutes to go, chat. Don't you worry about that. I always joked walking around that introverts are a little selfish. Like, why wouldn't you want to invite all your friends? Yeah, so, weirdly, I think, it starts to play with the concept of, like, can you actually be... I guess it plays with the concept of, like, how most people think that because they're a little introverted, they're all the way introverted. Most people think that because they're, you know, like, not that social, that they must... But, so I feel like I've been trying to learn extroversion, in the sense of... It's not all the time, but, like, some of the time you have a better time when you're with people, right? There's some events... that always, it's better to have friends than to not. At a bare minimum level, even if you're the most introverted person in the world, you still need to have friends. You have to struggle to get them. You have to struggle to keep them. You have to struggle to keep up with them and to not lose them and all that stuff. But you still need friends. It's just a fundamental reality. Or friend-like structures in your life. You need social structures of some form. Also orphans in the corner. Yeah, but that's why orphans need our support as a society so much. Is because, you know, like, I guess you could also argue, like, when someone gets abandoned by their parents, you've already lost your parents and the familial structure. Like, you could pay every orphan, you know, £1,000 a month for the rest of their life, and they're still going to be worse off than a lot of people with good family connections, even without that money. I think having like an uncle who works in a law firm when you want to be a lawyer is infinitely more valuable than, like, you know, whatever. I feel like orphans are such an interesting case, or like abandoned people more generally. But then there's the interesting problem of, like, actually a lot of people have really bad upbringings because they're not orphans, but they might as well be. But then if you only might as well be an orphan, you get all the downsides without any of the upsides. I'm mainly most not being an asshole on the internet, not being besties with a random stranger. Yeah, so my kind of stretch there is to say, like, so there are some people for whom it's like, oh yeah, you go on the internet, it's a bunch of non-people. But it's easy to believe they're non-people because you can't see their faces. I think we have such a human instinct to, like, oh yeah, that, like, has anyone ever been tricked by a confidence scammer? Like, they'll try to be like, oh, this terrible thing just happened. Please, can you help me? You can trust me, etc., etc. If anyone's ever been tricked by one of those, I'm pretty sure I have once. I was for sure I was helping someone, and then I've later decided that oh yeah, that was just a scammer. That's how they make their money. There's just a British guy at the Barcelona airport pretending, you know, like that he's got some issues that need some help with some money, and they'll totally pay me back. But yeah, also loneliness has been proven to lower your vocabulary and even reasoning abilities. I think loneliness will also lower your empathy. The number of people online you see basically, like, calling for the death of those they hate, and it's like, yeah, you're not gonna have any, you know, you're gonna pick in groups, out groups, and hate and love them even more than elsewhere. Like, an interesting, like, offshoot of this is the concept of the chosen family that is using a lot of, like, spaces of gender and sexual divergence, I guess, to be simple there. Actually, let's just place these back on the ground. Oh, we can't, because we have to place them on... Okay, that's fine. But, also didn't add to the timer. Oh! So, chat, gifted memberships are not showing right now. Weirdly enough, right? Wait, Feline Time just became a member? No, that did show. That did show. Yeah, Feline Time got us up to 401. Did someone give 5 members and I saw it and then it vanished? No, okay, it did. It did. Members add 2 minutes. Okay, we're good. I'm not crazy. I'm too believing of strangers sometimes. It's one of my biggest flaws, chat. I can't believe that, I really can't believe that, I just trusted someone being like, oh, I didn't add at the timer. I'm like, oh, I missed a member. I must have. This must be my mistake, rather than, oh no, they probably weren't paying attention. It happens so often. You know, it's a long live stream, right? We've already been going for over an hour. You know, we might be well over. We might be basically done based on the timer we have right now. But yeah, I also yeah, I think though that sorry, just I trust strangers too much. And that's a problem. But I think the opposite problem is true too, where you're like, yeah, only the people in my group are cool, and anyone who is not in my group is automatically not cool. And it's like an easy conclusion to come to when you. Oh no, okay, it's staying. I want to make sure that the floating lava stays, chat. That is very important to me. Toycat. Can you add time for me? Because I would member, but I am too poor. Oh, you can use Google Play rewards. Benny Toys, I think in 20 minutes you probably get it. Obviously, like, you can do what you want. I'm just saying, if you are like, oh yeah, I would love to, and you actually mean it, you know, if you're not like, if that's not, I would love to, but, you know, like, you know, I don't want to, then there's something called Google Play rewards. It's what I recommend for anyone who wants, like, you know, something they see on Minecraft or on the App Store. Like, I feel wrong paying money for certain mobile games. I don't know if I'm the only one there. But I don't feel quite so wrong, you know, using the fake money that you get for doing surveys. So it's called Google Play Rewards if you're an Android. If you're an iPhone, you've got money. That's the assumption that app makers make. That's just how it be, right? That's just how it be. So, last time I watched you, it was when you tried to get your Elytra back from the Nether by fishing for a mending book. Tyler M, have you been gone for that many years? That's crazy. You know, are you one of my people? You know, are you one of us or are you one of them? We gotta decide right here, right now. But also, dope stream. Thank you, Sheer Coolness, for a little bit of positivity in there. Yeah, no, I think a lot of people get really, really easily drawn into the in-group, out-group. It's like the most basic mentality we have and that we need. That could really go wrong for me. So I'm just going to get away from her. Please stop following me. Thank you very much. I'm just going to leave that. And if it ends in midair, it ends in midair. Maybe I could put like a little catching bucket underneath it. Yeah. Although, I should see what actually is out this way. Because if there's no point continuing with the ice. If it doesn't eventually... Oh, it does eventually. Okay, so... It takes a while, but it will get me somewhere. I'm going to need some regular ice to build around this. But that's totally cool. Also, Android. Yeah, as everyone knows, the regular man's operating system. As we all do know. But, yeah, I think, So the only in-group, out-group I'll accept is Billionaires versus everyone else. See, but even that, right? That's most of the time is you know, this is something I find compelling because I have the instinct inside of me to be like, oh yeah, there is a problem that needs to be solved. And if it's monetary related, isn't it insane? You know, like on a, there's like some, it's the logic of like, you know, I guess like, you know, out to dinner, buying some food, and you're like, okay, I guess I'll pitch in for my dinner. You know, make sure we do that. But then, you know, imagine if someone is far richer than you and is like, could you pay some percentage of my wine for me, please? Because I like wine, but I don't want to pay the full price. And you'd be like, ah, that's a... Also, thank you, Better Days Z55, for becoming a channel member. Matt, wow, that's very, very fun, by the way. I love your profile picture, love your username, and love the fact that it got us to 16:03 and 19 minutes. We're not getting dangerously close to that 15-minute timer anymore. Also, we actually have this working quite nicely now. Yeah, I think that's there's only bad thoughts that go this way, but it's a really easy instinct to be like, oh yeah, if there's a monetary problem, surely rather than 1 million people pitching in £20 each, we could have one person who has 20 million just pitch in the 20 mil himself. I feel like though that pre-assumes that everyone is entitled to everyone else's everything, right? But you know, as a society, we do agree that for lots of weird things, like, oh yeah. Also, thank you, WikiVenture or WickVenture. Oh, you know, it is WickVenture. Thank you, WickVenture, for gifting 5 channel members, which means we're above 20 minutes, chat. Don't worry, we're not in the danger zone again. WickVenture has gifted 5 members. Thank you so much to them. Hope all of the names turn green. Yeah, that is... Okay, I never even considered this as a problem. But it is one worth thinking about, right? We theoretically could get to the point where everyone in the stream is a member. And so even if you want to keep the stream going, it becomes impossible. I don't think we will get there. I'm not even gonna assume it's a thing. But yeah, it's I think we get very easily trapped in the in-group, out-group thing. And then that leads us to be like, oh yeah, and therefore people suck. And then you could, because I think it's not rational, but like oh no, my boat. Oh no, don't break. Okay. I think it's at least understandable how people get in the logic of like, you know, my in-group are the best. But one, you know, like, you know, a little bit of like layer away from the out-group. But then some people go full the other way and like, it is only the in-group. Therefore, everyone in the out-group is actively terrible. Also, thank you! 380 channel members! Jen Emerson Hutchings. Oh, it's cool to see you. Your username is also a fun one. Oh, okay, what is hitting me? It's a big one. That's fine. They're not real animals. Also, yeah, imagine if a billion channel members gifted toycat $1. He'd be a billionaire. Except YouTube would take their share. You know, yeah, interestingly, right? If you made it like a taxes thing, it'd be weird. But the only way that I've had any success, like I mentioned, like I've been making videos since it was like rare to find someone that would make the type of content that you liked. You had to go to before YouTube. It was a nightmare to like find things, and even when YouTube existed, it was just like people making things once a month for fun. One of the biggest revolutions to me as a viewer, I'll concede also me as a creator, but like, let me start with me as a viewer, is that people started getting paid on a monthly basis for what they do as a result of what they do. Right? I think that's a... Also, thank you, 747 Cuba. You know, wow. We are now just 19 members away from everyone's favorite little shot right there. Pig Step's great, but I think Chicken Jockey is even better. I tell you what, if we hit 400, we'll play a little Chicken Jockey. Also, hey, Rebecca White! Thank you so much for remembering to remember. That's 16:14. That is when the stream... Oh, no, I don't know what just happened. Oh, no. 16:14. Very, very exciting. Okay, so now we're going to come through here with a little ice tunnel, like we've done elsewhere, just to prevent gas blasts from like messing up our entire life. But yeah, thank you so much, 747 Cuba, Better Days, and Rebecca White. Love a good member train. I'm not a member yet, just lurking on my TV. I think a surprising number of people wait until the last minute. There's like a, I think there's something interesting about the sense of urgency and where it applies in some people. Some people would be like, there's a timer right now, therefore it matters. But you can see that the, you know, we've stayed about where we are, like 20 minutes for longer, which means we're getting more members now than we did earlier. Which means that more people are like, oh, okay, this is my time. Because I think if I could explain why, I think so. You could say like, oh, people only do things if they're told it's an emergency. But I would give the more positive take of like, people love making an impact. People love seeing their change in the world. People used to do that in like really horrific ways. Like, if I could tell another story from my old man time on YouTube, it was a trend at one point to, it's called swatting. I don't know if it still exists. But it used to be, you'd swat your favorite streamer. Like, genuinely, streamers you liked, you would swat. I wouldn't, obviously. That's like a big thing for the sort of people who were raised on the internet. You know, borderline orphans, right? Would swat their favorite streamers. Because it's like, oh yeah, it's funny because it's like leaving a tip, right? If you become a member on this stream, it's kind of, you know, it's like it's a similar vibe of like, something happens as a result of what I did. But, you know, in the days before tipping was like widespread, in the days before members or whatever like that, it's like, oh, if I want to affect the stream, if I want to change the outcome, then I guess what I'll do is the reasonable thing. I'll call the police on them, tell them, yeah, it's crazy. It's one of the reasons why you should be very, very cautious. I have to take my dad to the train station, Toy Chat. Keep the stream alive till I'm back. That's very fun, by the way, that it's working that way around. Remember, if you're going to leave the stream, there's an argument you should become a member before you go, and not afterwards. Hey, Teal Camp! Thank you for gifting a member. Who just got it? I didn't see. Someone just got a gifted membership. Thank you for extending the stream by 1 minute. Also, I think the C418 end is actually so underrated. Oh, you think so? I do think that some C418 songs get all the love, perhaps over other ones. You can make a difference just by your presence. Yeah, that's the... Weirdly, I think that's a message I would like to send to more people. I'm gonna go against what is good, like, I'm gonna say something that isn't... So I think when people say things that also serve their interest, like, if I say, yeah, the thing that is best in the world is when you give money to people you love. It's something I believe to be true, but I think, like, you're never gonna trust that I mean it, right? But if, you know, because it's like if I say, you know, strangers usually really appreciate it when you buy Boss Blitz. Like if you're on a first date, buy the Toycat's Toolkit add-on. Include hey KMB, thank you for becoming channel member 383. Also, there's no pause, and I'm in the Nether, so I'm gonna be cautious about altering that. But the best one by far is beginning to. It has construction noises for some reason. Okay, let's listen to C418 End. I have no idea. I feel like everyone is making up a song, because there is no way there is a C418 song with construction noises. I do not believe that that is true. So chat, let's give it a listen. C418 and Endless Velocity? That's not real. C418, The End. So this was made quite late relative to the rest of the C418 music. So that's why it might not be as much of a classic. Let's give it a listen. Let's see if it's any good. I could be wrong, but I think they made the End and the Never music for the console edition, and then later decided to add it to Java. Are you on your realm? I thought you could still pause in single player, even in multiplayer. Yeah, it's on my realm. It's interestingly a downside of playing a realm now. Like, I used to be a big believer in, like, everyone who has a realm should just... Well, everyone who has a long-term survival world should play a realm. But I think weirdly now, because pausing is quite important, if you're playing hardcore, you should never play a realm. And if you're doing anything else, you should still be cautious. C418 is a bunch of classic Minecraft songs, but distorted to fit the end. I've never noticed this in the end. This feels like something just made up on the spot. Also, it's great to see you, C4. It's great to see you, KMB, or as you are now known, C418. Oh yeah, I see that. That's a construction noise. Yeah, just a little drill hammer. Yeah, that's not particularly ideal, is it? I mean, it's not the worst thing in the world. You know, it's not genocide. It's not child. It's not child. But yeah, that's pretty rough. Also, I'm actually C418. Hello, everyone. C418, make more music. Let Minecraft have the rights to your music, please. You're right. That was just a jackhammer, like someone going. Da, 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 da. That is very, very funny. Okay, so I need to go get more ice, but I'm liking where this project is going. I like that we finally got it turned into something. Is it Minecraft music the same regardless of dimension? No, it is different. It's Bingo Lingo. It's actually now different based on the biome you're in the overworld too. Better Days, Toycat. Oh, Better Days is the one of the last 3 people to become a member. So to answer that, they ask a Q&A question. Let's do it like right here, right now. Toycat, I have a question. What would be your #1 advice to someone struggling with self-esteem, trying to start a YouTube channel? It's a good question. I think, weirdly enough, there is an element now of like the thing that makes the most successful YouTubers are the people. Like it is. I do actually think that it is a big part of success to be confident. Not a lot of people have time to listen to someone who's not really like fully there in themselves. And I don't think I'm like a naturally confident person. If you watch my first ever videos, I'm resisting. Every YouTuber privates those videos because they either get embarrassed or they're worried about like being cancelled or whatever. Mine is still up for now. You know, it's but you can see like I'm trying to find my voice. I'm trying to find my stuff, and like I think you need to understand yourself and what it is about you that is unique, as weird as that is. Okay, so let's we'll go to sleep while we're here. Ooh, laggy. Ooh, very laggy. I have a question too. How do you decide when to show face cam for your videos and when not to, or is it just random? Oh, that's a fun question too. So I'll link these 2 questions together and say, yeah, like to show face cam in a video requires some confidence, or at bare minimum some thick skin, which I think being thick-skinned is just a different type of confidence, if you were to ask me. Like, every time I put face cam in a video, some number of people are going to make some entirely non-related... There's a desire to make some comment about my appearance that I'm not probably going to love reading. Right? Like, it's not... there's going to be some words that I'm going to be like, why am I exposing myself to this? If there was a... you know, if there was an unhomed man on the street who was screaming, actually, I think I did have a homeless person call me. He said he liked how I looked once, but imagine there was a guy on the street just screaming like, why does your hair look like that? Why is it so shiny? What's the problem with your hair, toycat? I don't think I'd go back the next day to get him to yell at me again, but on the internet you have to do that because you're gonna read the comments, you're gonna want to read the comments. And so you have to be able to see that and not have a mental collapse. And I think it takes a lot of it's hard to protect your ego, I guess. Also, this is getting intense. 63 months is absolutely insane. Yeah, Kaidict, I've got to give you real credit for that one. Do you guys want to listen to the secret? It's the secret Minecraft soundtrack song. It's Calm 4. I've heard it called something else recently, actually. But if we're listening to lesser listened to Minecraft music, this was before Notch hired outside musicians. All of Minecraft would have sounded like this if he didn't just, pay someone. Which is an important lesson by itself, right? Like, don't just assume. Anyway, it's don't just assume that you can do everything good enough. Also, is like probably a good YouTuber skill. Is there's some things you can learn, and there's some things that even if you learn, you're not gonna do great. Dragonfish mentioned. Yeah, maybe I'll just put it on a chill Minecraft background playlist. I can't name Dragonfish. Dragonfish C418. Oh, so it's gonna be aquatic music, right? Yeah, this is gonna be aquatic music, 100%. Yeah, I think that those were the last. He made the nether, the end, and then the aquatic, and then that's when the issues started. Okay, so let's make the bamboo, make some planks, and then make some chests, just so we're up to date on those. Hate to be missing anything. Then let's go grab some ice, then let's go back to the nether. Toycat, are you gonna make another realm experiment? I have something better planned. But I want to do something in multiplayer Minecraft that leads to people having their own spin. Yeah. My brother has been watching you since 2017, and he thinks you're good. Hey, I'm glad your brother thinks I'm good. I hope you think I'm at least okay, too. So let's grab some packed ice, like 2 stacks. I'll go for 3, and then let's grab some regular ice. Yeah, just regular old ice. I have a bunch of it. I'm gonna need a bunch more of it. We'll make something nice. The only new thing since Update Aquatic to feature C418's music was the Minecraft movie, I believe. But did he make new Minecraft music for that? KMB? It'd be really interesting if he did, right? I didn't know that he did. I thought they played samples of his other songs. Oh, but you're saying it features his music. He didn't make the music. It featured his music. So yeah, I would say the advice for doing YouTube is the same as the advice for, like, doing anything where you... Ooh. Let's turn that down a bit. The advice for doing YouTube is the same as the advice for doing anything where you have to put yourself out there. Like meeting people or anything like that. And it's like, know who you are, so you know when someone is critiquing you, if that is like, oh, yeah, that's fine. People just don't like that. Like, if someone says, Toycat, I don't like the way you pronounce water, it's like, you know, a bottle of water, like, you should pronounce the T's, Toycat. It's like, okay, I'm British. You can't tell me that. But actually, if you're like, if you become a people pleaser, it's really good in, like, being a people pleaser is a really great thing in small groups. A lot of people should appreciate or do appreciate you. But if you have that people pleaser personality, for everything. Like, it's great. Pleasing people is, like, really useful because you know, you want to make your audience happy, not yourself. That's a good thing. But you can't get it to the point where you're like, oh yeah, the only thing that matters to me, you can't ever end up at the point where, you know, you doubt everything and where you're like, oh, I feel terrible. This person didn't like the video. You have to be kind of aware that, like, hopefully a lot of people are going to like this. A lot of people aren't going to like this. Hopefully there's more in the do camp than the don't camp. Because ultimately you don't get to decide anything more. Anyway, advice for aspiring YouTubers, make sure to comb your hair. Yeah, but it's always going to be some personality feature. But it's cool. You know, on the inverse though, like, as a result of YouTube, I know every single possible critique someone can lay at me. And so it means I can make fun of myself more easily. I can, you know, I have an uncle who really loves films, like classic films, but like, you know, like modern classics too. Like he likes cinema, I guess, is maybe the way you describe that. And so he was like, oh yeah, Quentin Tarantino is pretty problematic these days. And I was like, oh, as someone who looks like Quentin Tarantino, I take offense. And he laughed a lot. Like, I was like, ah, that's good. Also, Luke Mackery K. 4573. Thank you so much for becoming channel member 384. We are just 16 away from the magical tequila moment, and crucially, we're out of that 15-minute danger zone. You know, if we were clever, we could have set up like when the stream gets below a certain timer, it starts flashing red. You know, like when you're in FPS and your health gets low. I mean, I guess the Minecraft equivalent would be like it'd shake up and down. Maybe that's what we would do. Yeah, you probably need thick skin too. Yeah, but I think it's also true, like, if you were to be like actually, no, I guess formerly public-facing jobs. Like, something that I think is interesting every time I visit North America is the concept of, like, real estate agents put their face on billboards. I also think the fact that they call themselves real estate agents is funny. I also think the fact that they charge, like, 3 times more for the same service as a percentage is kind of funny too. Anyway, sorry, but, so the, estate agents put their faces on billboards. And so there's so many people who pass that billboard going, screw Jenny Turnkey. I'm not going to trust her services. She looks like her parents raised her wrong. Loads of people are going to be thinking that as they go past. But they don't have a direct means to say it to you. Whereas YouTube allows you to, you know, because people have that out-group perception of you're not a real person, so why do they care what you think? Speaking of not caring what you think, I care a lot about what you think, Sparky949. Thank you so much for becoming a channel member. This is the Memberthon, so it's the time I want to make sure you know I am most appreciative. Ah! But I won't die to show it. Oh, yeah, that was a lot. So, Kat, the official Minecraft YouTube channel uploaded a video, and it's called The Untold Mystery of Minecraft. Do you think it's clickbait? Should we watch it together and find out, chat? Okay, so let's sit in a nice, safe place. This should be great, right? I do think we probably won't find a safe place in the Nether. We can give it a watch. I think, like, Minecraft is trying to become a brand. And so, an interesting thing about that is they're trying to make, you know, like, they're trying to share lots of versions of the same information. Let me word that better, like, you know, if, once you get to a certain level of, like, popularity, like, you know, have you ever, if you know music, I'm not a big music person, but I have been to a concert now, so I think I know a thing or two. But, music people, the song everyone goes there for is their greatest hit. The most popular song that band has made is the one that most people are going there hoping to hear. And so they always need to play it. You can't have a concert. Hey, thank you, Toby Piggy, for becoming a channel member. One of the fun names to see. I've been to your realm before. I don't know why your name sticks with me, but every time I read it, I'm like, hey, it's Toby Piggy. They put their faces on the billboard in Lithuania too, says Bingo Lingo. First of all, Bingo Lingo, thank you for the lore drop that you're from Lithuania. I mean, I assume you are based on that. And second of all, that's interesting then. Like, I've seen it in the UK, but it's definitely not common here. It's like, I've seen one ad for it, and it frustrates me every time I see it. I'm like, oh, who's this guy I think he is? He needs to comb his hair, is what I think. Minecraft has been a brand since the Microsoft acquisition. Oh, but I think the transition took them a while. I think they are trying to pull off like a Disney model, like I think this is a weird one to describe, but I do think they've been trying to pull this off like for a while, and I think they probably just about finished post-pandemic, maybe pre. You know, like I guess like a lot of what Minecraft is focused on now is not necessarily the game, but the ecosystem. And it makes sense. Again, a certain level of expansion is just how it's going to be. I'm in a wild band, and every other winter we always play Sleigh Ride because it's a classic. Oh, that's fun. Oh, a wind band, not a wild band. Yeah, and I'm sure it's like frustrating for some percent of people. Like, no, I want to do something that's artistically fulfilling. You know, like I don't feel this at all. I actually feel the opposite. But like a lot of people ask me, like, Toycat, what's your advice for a long-term survival world? And I think the easiest advice is the one that would help the most. It's just like, just keep doing it. Just every day, pick it, like, make a project list, work on those things. Make a, you know, work on, also Tequila went. 16 members from now is the answer, Rebecca White. It's gonna be fun. It's gonna be a lot of fun, I think. I forgot there was a pandemic, how time flies. I was talking about this yesterday. I feel like there's gonna be a lot of people who won't believe there was a pandemic. Looking back, well, like, you know, like, a lot of people didn't believe it happened when it happened. I think you're fine. But, you know, it's gonna be a lot of people who are like, oh, that's weird. What a strange reaction society had. The stream is almost over, says Pout. It's true, Pout. You know what, Pout? Would you like to make the stream not be almost over? Would you like to get us out of that 15-minute danger zone? Also, hi, lesbians. Good to see you, Pout.
First toycat tax. I'm from Minnesota. I saw a TikTok that showed the bald eagle population for every state. Minnesota has the highest population for the lower 48. I didn't realize how rare they are, whereas I see them daily.
First of all, oh my god, oh. Oh, it's Rubido playing right now, by the way. It's actually perfect for the Never, funnily enough. Oh, this is from the Never update, that's why it's perfect. Yeah, beautiful. Love it. I think it's gonna actually let's have the Never update music play exclusively. Lena Rain Minecraft music. Let's just go through the entirety of it. Okay, so below. Yeah, I wanna get better at knowing the songs as they're coming up. So this is So Below, chat. I'm gonna listen to the whole thing. It's gonna be good. But yeah, good to see you, Ash, by the way. How are you doing on this wonderful Sunday? I've had a few people be critiquing my choice of drink container today, Ash. I don't understand why. Like, they've got this cool, like, portion controller, so you only have a little bit at a time. It's got a bit of a floral taste, but it is otherwise very delicious. But yeah, I think, also, I'm glad you enjoyed the cat, so Dasha. Yeah, I gave that task to Ash. He did thankfully excel at it. You know, I feel like cats are a great part of internet content. I think cats. So every time like you see like, oh, internet's being used to share this, that, and the other, and it's not very good. You just gotta remind yourself, the internet's also where the cats are. So can it all really be that bad? The answer, I think, is no. So I need to grab a bunch more ice to finish this protection, because I really... Maybe I should even just put like a little like safety thing down there. I feel like falling out of boat here would be disastrous. Hey, Henry Bowman! Thanks for pushing us slightly further away from the danger zone. Oh yeah, ends at 4:25 p.m. British time. Oh, that's like 15 minutes. All right, that's what the timer is. Also, did you know approximately 0% of the subscribers have had a house fire since this Toycat subscription? This is because Toycat is yes. We do love to share misinformation, and that's why the internet can be tragic, but we also love to share cats, so that's why it's slightly less so. So I'm guessing that we can find the biome this way. So we're at minus 428, 105. Let's see if we can, like, find a pathway from the outside in. Just so I can chop down trees easier if I need to. I don't think I can, though. I think looking at it from this side, it might be that I'd be mining for a while, and then I'd find a soul sand valley. Yep, pretty sure that's what would happen. Oh, there's a... Oh, this is probably the same bastion. Yeah, it's the same bastion. It was exciting for a minute, but that minute is over. Yeah, this is one of the weirdest parts of my world. I don't think I ever want to come back here. I've got a lot of stuff that I should take. A lot of nether bricks, even. Oh, because they trade for them, right? Yeah, it might be worth, like, making a moment out of taking some of this stuff. I'd have to find a use for all that gravel, is the problem. And I think gravel is even harder to find a use for than everything else. I've also got soul speed, like, absolutely covered in soul speed. I feel like that should go in my enchanting room. Yeah, you know, okay, let's try and bring the most valuable things here out of this. Because I think soul speed is... You know, like, having a single enchantment area makes the most sense. And so let's bring all our soul speeds and put them in our big enchantment area. I'll get far too many copies of each book, but that's totally fine. Grab another soul speed. We got a 3 in here, or is it all 2s? Oh, that's a 1. That's a 1. That's a 1. That's 2. I guess I probably took all the 3s, and I was like, I probably won't want the 1s and 2s. But guess what? Me does. Hey, 388 channel members. Thank you, FrostyFilms1287. I hope you enjoy your newfound access to toycat bathing in Iron Brew, and indeed the silly other member bits. I enjoyed your track-by-track tier list video. You could revisit that and I wouldn't be mad. Hey, I'm glad you liked it. I really like Minecraft music. I do regularly think, like, what would be a good way to come back to that? You know, what would be a good, you know, like, avenue for that? So that's soul speed 1. And then there's a bunch of soul sand that feels like it could be valuable. And then there's leather, which is definitely valuable in its own way. And then there's fire resistance, which I think we should just take some off. Because we'll put them away in our little container. Yeah, let's grab them. Work out what we're doing with them later. Fort Song coordinates and not using them says a few glorified geodes. So, a few glorified geodes. I've been recently considering, you know, I think it's really good to question your fundamentals. And I've just always felt like you would be silly not to use coordinates. It's just been my opinion for so long. I'm starting to re-examine that fundamental. Hey, Taylor Jackson 6091. We are back out of the danger zone. That's right, we're above 15 minutes. We're back below 15 minutes. Bad news, everyone. Thank you so much, Taylor Jackson. I hope you enjoy your newfound access to the member content. We're at 389 members. That is actually exciting. That is it's the highest we've been, I think, this year. The highest we've ever been is maybe just over 500. But definitely like, oh, is this pig step chat? Oh, it is. Can you believe that? We're interrupting pig step to play pig step. Thank you so much for that, Peen. I'm not even sure if it's Peen or Peen. I feel like I pronounce it both ways. But Peen, I'm glad that you didn't get into a tragedy dropping off your father. Do 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 do. Perfect singing. No issues. I think you'll find. Hey Toycat, I think you forgot to add time when I became a member. Joshua Gillespie, you got me concerned. Did you become a member via gift? Because if so, I added them. Oh no, Joshua Gillespie, I think you might be right. I'll go back through. I'll check the. So first of all, you know, the fact that you said it in such a reasonable way is why I believe you just immediately. 356. I do not remember a Joshua Gillespie adding time. So I'm gonna add it now, and there's a small chance we've double counted. But you know what? I'll accept it, Joshua. If you wrote such a nice message that I'll let you double count your membership. Also, good news, that means we're out of the danger zone again. Thanks to Peen and Joshua Gillespie. And, of course, okay. And Luke. And, of course, okay. And Frosty Films. And we got We got membership sounds playing over each other again. I think this is the one song you probably can't play on a stream. Every time I hear that little noise, chat, like, let me play that again. There, do you hear it? Right. Do you hear that in the background? I'm like, oh, a member's just joined. Yeah, I don't think I can play Pigstep. All my brain hears it as is like, oh, it's the... Guess what? We're in this. Oh, it's just such a bang. Pigstep is such a good song. It is ridiculously good. Anyway, let's go into deeper now. So, you said it correctly. Hey, thank you, Peen. I'm glad to hear. Is Peen your name? I've never like worked that out. Is it a fun nickname? Also, I'm gonna stop freeloading and stop eating my steak. Bye, toycat. It was great to see you, Epic 7022. I don't think I ever. I think if I ever jokingly, they brought it up themselves, obviously, but I feel like if I ever do jokingly say like, yeah, freeload. The whole point of the internet, the whole reason that we do these memberthons is so that it can be free, freeloadable, right? The internet is fundamentally a free place, and although there are certain like subcontracts of that social contract of okay, is Soul Speed one of these? It is. Okay, so yeah, because Soul Speed isn't split into 3 levels, I shouldn't put it up there. Instead, I should put it down here. So this is Soul Speed. Right now, I have no books for it. Okay, chat, this is great. I'm gonna grab my Enchanted Book 1, Enchanted Book 1, Enchanted Book 1, and 6 more. And we're gonna put them all in based on the level they are. I definitely should have emptied my inventory better first, so I'll do that as well. And then we'll just start doing it. So, Soul Speed 1 and Soul Speed 1. Confirm this is it. Chat, one of my goals is to have every enchanted book at least 1 time, but as many as 6 times if need be. And so that's exactly what you're seeing right here. That is my 6 copies of Soul Speed 1. And then I've ended up with a bonus one, and I don't know what to do with that. Soul Speed 1 and Soul Speed 1. Throw them both in here. Yeah, we completed it. Soul Speed 1 is complete. And then Soul Speed 2. Grab those books by the handful. Soul Speed 2 and Soul Speed 2. And Soul Speed 2 and Soul Speed 2. Okay, so we didn't quite complete this one, but what we could do, if I cared enough, obviously, there's a real debate over whether I should, is I could take this Soul Speed 1 book that I have in here and combine it with nothing. Okay, if I had another one, then there would be room for debate there. And I've also got a power book, which I don't know why that is there at all either. But yeah, chat, I've got a lot of enchanted books of my world. I think it makes sense to like bring them all in here someday. But yeah, this is one of the fun little projects in my world that I don't like put a lot of like thing into, but it's a fun like when you find stuff in your world, do this. I think back burner projects are one of the fun things about a Forever World, is you don't have to think about it from scratch. You can be like, oh, I'll work towards that. If I wanted to right now, I could genuinely complete the, like outside of like Swift Sneak. Is Swift Sneak on here? It is. Okay, there's Swift Sneak. Like, I think outside of some of the very hard... I can't get Sweeping Edge, chat. I'm never going to complete that. But I could probably complete this in an afternoon. And it would be a fun afternoon. And the project is started. I've done the hard bit. Or arguably the fun bit or whatever. But I think by having projects with multiple phases and splitting the phases apart, some days it feels like enough of an accomplishment to be like, I designed a room where all my enchantments can go. I think that is like a surprisingly simple part of at least what I enjoy. I think there's also another part of why Forever World advice is kind of tricky once you get too granular, is because like, yeah, what you want from your world is what you're going for. But that's why I think it's so important to be like, basically like how a company, businesses start every day, and something like 40% of businesses fail in the first 9 months. Bring back Orange Square for nostalgia. It just can't be done. The Orange Square cannot be brought back. It is impossible. And oh god! Ah! No! Where did that come from? We all thought his power was too high. Too high? I'll stick with that. And yet here it is regardless. I have every enchanted book except for Windburst 2. It's such a grind to get. It's funny that you're missing Windburst 2 and not 3, actually. I think I'm missing Windburst. Actually, maybe it is the same for me. Should we go and check? I think that's a fun one to think about. So I've got jacket potatoes, by the way, chat, but I'm not going to use any of those. Instead, I'll put that away, put this here, and then start dumping out the other stuff. So, Kat, what XP farm do you use? That's a good question. So these need better labeling, by the way. I should do something about that. It's a great potion chest room, but it's also not very compelling. But that's not the original orange square. Okay, fine. The orange square is gone. Chat, if you miss the orange square, you can blame Peen for it going away. Bring back toycat is yes. You know, I could. Also, Zoltan Snarf, thanks for gifting 5 channel members. That means we're back up out of the 15-minute danger zone. Woo! Thank you so much. Welcome to the Cool Cat Club. All of the 5 people who just got their gifted members. How's everyone today? Says Ryan. Does stuff. I'm doing really well. I was a little worried. You know, if I mentioned a lot. I have like a social battery. I think everyone has a social battery, but I mention it too much, I guess, is what I'm saying. Also, should we just take Fortune and put it down here, maybe? Yeah, I think we should. Let's throw Fortune in its little slot, where I already have 3 copies of it now. Great. Anyway, so, why did I just come back here? Oh, for Windburst. So, Windburst is the last one. Chat, I've got 2 Windburst ones, and I have a Windburst free mace, I think. I'm not actually sure that I do, though. Yeah, I don't. Because this mace only has density. Which means I might not have Windburst free at all. Yeah, I don't. Yeah, that'd be a real grind to get in survival. Probably won't do it, to be totally honest with you, based on that fact. I mean, yeah, the annoying thing, I remember thinking about this. I'd have to get Windburst free, and then get it a second time so I could put it on a mace. Because otherwise I'd always struggle with like, oh, but I don't have the mace of it. But I think I could just go out, do enough trial chambers, and do it that way. That might be plenty fine. Is this like a miniature... Is it like a miniature what? Subathon? Yeah, what makes it not a subathon? How do regular subathons work? Am I doing something different and unique here? I do feel like I've always done like silly streams off this vibe before. All to get Windburst free on a mace. I was on a grind to get the same for a collection plus a spare Windburst. Just couldn't be bothered to finish the grind. Yeah, I feel like though, because you have a long-term survival world, you can do that at any point in the future. And it'll make perfect sense. Also, bring back the TU25 custom super flat challenges. I was thinking that recently, like, I can't wait till they add custom super flat to Bedrock. Even now, I think I would still have fun with those challenges. I'm amazed at how many people did have fun with them, actually. Whew, let's get the stream to 2 hours long. You know, I should have kept track of exactly when we actually did start. Because I don't know what 2 hours long would be. I want to say, like, 4:30? Maybe? It says it was... Yeah, I have no... Chat, when did the stream start? Oh, wait, we're going for 1 hour, 48 minutes. So it started at 35 past. There we go. So we are currently set to go for just over 2 hours. A regular subathon is I stream until I hit a member goal. Oh, we're doing a reverse subathon then. Because we're streaming until we don't hit a goal. Yeah. If we kept hitting goals. If we hit 1,000 members, then I'd be streaming until... I would be streaming a while. How long would I be streaming? I'd be streaming for 620 times 2. So divide that by... I'd be streaming for 20 hours and we hit 1,000. But because we're not going to... As soon as we don't hit that goal, you know, I would stream for 18 hours if it was 900, etc., etc. So yeah, a subathon is actually you and the streamer have conflicting interests, no? Because if you become a member on a stream, then you make the stream shorter. So by the time subathons don't make any sense, chat. 8 hours of you asleep in your chair. Yeah, on Twitch you're not allowed to fall asleep in your chair. But guess what? We're on the world's best live streaming platform, YouTube. You know, I don't want to be. It's weird that as time has gone on, you know, despite all the issues we have with YouTube, it has shown itself to be the best platform for creators, which is just every other platform basically falling prey to the idea that investors are far more important than creators in the creator ecosystem. Which is true, because I mean, like, if we look at how people do their creation, it's very much a different thing. If you stop streaming, I'm gonna actually have to do some chores. Please keep me going. Give me an excuse to ignore my future self. You could, if you want it. We want a week-long stream. That's a fun idea. Oh god, I don't want to watch this stream anymore. I'm gonna become a member to end it. Yeah, that's what it is, Rouse Class. Like, yeah, imagine if we did a memberthon, but every time you become a member, the stream gets shorter by a minute. That's what would happen. Certain member goals mean the streamer doing something wacky. So we have those as well. Am I doing it wrong? Am I doing it really right? Have I perfected something? Or is it actually like, you know, you and the streamer work together? Because I think that something really interesting happens when you get to, like, the last time I did one of these, like, stream gets longer, or like I'll chop down a tree for every $1 donated or something. I was raising awareness for how we're not deforesting as much as we used to anymore, and we need to up our game. But like I remember, like, there'd be people who were like, yeah, guess what, Toycat? You're chopping down some more trees for me. Maybe it was planting trees. But what's interesting about it is I'm gonna chop some sugarcane, by the way. This is one of my favorite, like, nostalgia. Like, while I'm talking about something, I'm gonna finish. I'll chop until I finish this ball. If you do that stream, I'll become a member. Don't worry, Rouse Klaus. The stream ends in just under 10 minutes. This is the first time we've got under 10 minutes, by the way. Yeah, we're 10 members away from Toycat's birthday tequila. It's gonna be a crazy one. The End Highway was a great stream. Yeah, I like that one a lot too, actually. I like the concept of, like, interactive streams in that way. So that's kind of cool. We got plenty. Okay, this one needs some full stacks, so let's just dump one in there, dump one over there, just to make the chest seem, like, oddly full. In a way no one can quite understand. There we go. Perfect amount of chest fullness. And then we'll go get a few pieces more for my inside chest. I like the Desert Well one. See, the Desert Well one felt the most fan-servy, because I personalized them based on people's requests. Or, like, you could personalize them. And that's good in its own way. I like the idea of it, like, creating something bigger, and, you know, like, I like that the end pathway is big, you know, like, I do like that there are, like, specific, you know, you get what I'm saying? Like, the end pathway now is this big, long thing that exists. No, I can't explain things. It's not my job. Anyway, speaking of not my job, thank you so much, Ryan Does Stuff, for bringing us up out of the 10-minute danger zone with 10 gifted memberships. That's right, we're at 18 minutes again. Not even out of the 10-minute danger zone, but out of the 15 one too. You know what they say, chat? All it takes is 15 minutes to save a life. It's the opposite. I guess actually you saved the stream's life, and the stream hopefully appreciates that. So yeah, I've got too much paper. I'm gonna throw some of it in there, and then the rest I'll put. I guess I just need to keep some paper in the house ready for moments like this. Ryan, what the hell? I can't become a member again, but I can help extend the stream a little bit. Thank you, Ryan. It's a pleasure to see you in all of these streams. Yeah, I've spoken to Ryan a few times out of the streams actually too. I feel like there's a few. I feel like there's some, I think to give some interesting stuff there. Also, so now we've hit the point where this is a usual 2-hour stream, chat. Everything from here, if we end now, I feel like this has been a successful day. You know, we streamed for 2 hours, a bunch of, I got to hear pig step a lot of times. Guess what? Yeah, there you go, it's again. Do, 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 do. Every council membership makes the streamer 5% more enthusiastic. Yeah, how about, yeah, every council member would make the stream go on 2 minutes longer. Is how you would, is technically speaking the theoretical Wario side of this stream, right? Also, yeah, if I want to make the path longer, I need to work out what I'm going to do on the other side. I think I'll place the ice first, and then I'll do the stones somewhere else in the world. So this is from, oh, is this still coming soon? Oh, chat, I never updated the label on this. I must have finished it in 2022. Maybe, oh no. Okay, that's a problem. That's a big problem. So that's, oh, it's blue ice. Oh, that's so expensive. That's such a pricey thing. That absolute, oh no, it's so expensive to fix that. Do I have a crafting table near here? I always have a crafting table. It's a trick question. Oh, I can't see one though. But yeah, I want to bring some horses to the Nether next. I think that's oh god. Also, the boat is gone. So we'll put the boat over here. Actually, let's ride the boat. We're going every single time without a boat. We literally are building a boat path for making the boat more accessible. What am I doing? Okay, chat, let's go for our first ride on the boat path now that it's complete. So this is a fork in the road. I don't know what the fork I was thinking. What I do know, oh, okay. Yeah, there needs to be like warning symbols for that. Make it easier to get. And then we just go fully here. We get a little bit of an issue. There's a roadblock. Don't know what that's doing there. I guess I could move this block just over there. Nice and simple. Get it out of the way. And then zoom. Oh! Chat, that was weird, right? That is not standard operating procedure. Then we zoom through here. Gets a little bit spooky. And then we end up over here. Triggerland Mac gifted 1 member for Ryan's 10. Oh, thank you. I didn't see it. Let me make sure. You know, it's Dasher. I'll trust you, Dasher. Thank you so much, Triggerland Mac. I'm sorry that your 1 member got overshadowed, but it was a very nice member. And now the stream is back out of the 15-minute zone. Big appreciation. Yeah, how long is the stream now? So yeah, the stream has gone for a nice 15 minutes. If we ended here, it'd be like, oh, that was a normal day. Except people were far more generous. It'd be like, yeah, that's awesome. I'd have an accomplished weekend. But chat, now we can go as long as the members, you know, now I don't feel like I failed, you know? Now I feel like the only failure is if I show up to my wedding tomorrow and I'm like, I didn't sleep. I was busy drinking tequila and watching my first video and doing cooking with Toycat. I bought beetroot for that, by the way, chat. I don't think it needs to go up, but you know, it's still I mean, I don't think we don't need to hit 450 members. I'm never. I'm following the rails on this one, right? Like a boat. I'm the opposite of a boat on a path. Actually, no. I am a boat on a path. I am vaguely following the path, but only for as long as there is a path to follow. Wait, I thought we would hit 400. Yeah, no, just to be clear, it's still going on, chat. It's still but only non-gifted memberships count because we talk about this a lot. It's one of those like annoying. I wish YouTube would call it something other than a gifted membership, because like fundamentally what happens is you immediately people get their green name and they immediately get unmembered. So they get 30 days of watching content. It's like a free trial or whatever. But it'd be like, you know, Netflix, how many subscribers do they have? If Netflix gives out a free trial to a subscriber, they don't have, oh, how does that even happen? I'm amazed that this has gone so well for me. It'd be like the same thing, right? Like it's not actually, you know, there's some argument that for entertainment purposes, we should treat it like it's a member. But then I think like, you know, I feel like I can be quite real with you, internet. I feel like that's something, you know, we've come to expect from each other here. And so, like, yeah, it doesn't make any sense to count something that specifically YouTube immediately it gives me a number. It's not included in that number. And, like, understandably, it's basically YouTube converts your payment, takes 30%, gives it to me as a tip, and then someone gets a nice little thing. And so it's really cool. It's like, I made $30 or whatever it is when Ryan does that, and that's awesome. That's lobster roll money, chat. Hey, just wondering, what's your favorite game excluding Minecraft? Oh, I feel like Super Mario 64 is one of my classic answers for this. It's very, very good. I'm not green, says OhioCraft. OhioCraft, I'm just saying, if you like this stream, technically speaking, you could fix your green problem and that at the same time. Anyway, how long has the member count been around 400? It's been around there for a while now, Bingolingo. That's why I'm like, you know, we could end here and I wouldn't feel like I failed. But 500 is, the reason I set goals up to 500 is I'm like, oh man, 500 members, I feel like we're back on the up and up. We're swinging in the good direction again. It's really easy in life. Like, have you ever gotten like out of exercise or out of running or something, chat? And when you get back to it, you're like, I have none of the energy. Like, I think physically is the easiest place where, like, when you get out of the swing of things, it's so hard to get back into the swing of things. You know, I think you add age to that as well, and it's like, yeah, you will never be as good at taking fools as you were when you were 9 years old. No matter how much you practice taking fools. I feel like, you know, but being out of something... Also, why are piglins spawning on the ice? I feel like mobs shouldn't spawn on ice, but maybe I'm wrong. But yeah, as we're approaching 11 minutes, chat, I want to say I'm following the ice rails on this one, but I am very excited for it to go as long as it takes to get 500. That would get me excited. I'm blue. If I was green, I would cry. BW. Hey, Brain Train! No, it's Brian Train. Brian Train, thank you so much for becoming the 391st channel member. Chat, it's looking likely, it's looking possible that we make it to 400. And so you know what that means? That means there's going to be toycat having a bit of an overshare, maybe. I'm great because I'm not Gru. Isn't Gru the name of a color that used to exist in English? Am I misremembering a Tom Scott video or something? Anyway, oh, we're out of ice again. Yeah, chat, I cannot correctly approximate how much ice this thing needs. But yeah, now we've got one of these forests that's easily accessible by boat. And even if it's not accessible by boat, I can get here by... I can easily get here elsewhere, by elytra easily. Which is something I really have to consider with this, is like, even though the boat is faster, when it comes to like lining it up, especially because this requires a turn, it's not always actually better. Okay, let's just get out of that. Okay, a little spicy. Also, I think some fences might go a long way for this lava, right? Or maybe they don't. You know, maybe it adds to the joy that you might die any minute. Some would say it adds to the joy of life. Lobster rolls look oh so delectable. Yeah, so Bearded Man, you asked earlier. I'm going to answer. So I'm going to show that I care, even though you don't have a green name. That I remember your message from earlier, and to answer you about where you can find lobster rolls. I feel like it's a very like most lobsters. The most famous lobster spot in the world is Atlantic Canada. So Maine or I want to say Nova Scotia, but I'm sure I'm mixing it up. But you get most of your lobsters from the northeast of North America. So like that area, like Maine, has a lot of lobster rolls. But the best lobster rolls come from New York. They're called Connecticut style. But it's like it's a big city food. So if you live near a city with more than 1 million people, they have a lobster roll. And if you don't, then when you visit Vegas or when you visit New York or when you visit London, or you know, I think France actually. Paris has a lobster roll spot that's like gone a little. It's quite popular, I hear. Something that'd be fun to go and see. So I'm gonna use these as a staircase to make a like little salient to fly out of. Okay, this is my idea, chat. I'm gonna destroy everything but the floor here. So go up another layer. And we're gonna make like a second tunnel that parallels this first tunnel. But then it will be like for flying outside of. I don't know if I'll ever use it, but I just like the idea. I played a lot of Diddy Kong Racing, and in some tracks, you like fly out of a cave this way. Also, speaking of in-group, out-group, green names versus grey names. Exactly, Ohio Craft. We have, you know, there is an interesting thing in that, right? I do genuinely say, if it's a name I recognize on this channel, you're in the in-group. I have higher trust of what you say. I actually, like, I feel like there's a lot of people here, I'm like, oh, that's someone I recognize. I get sometimes, like, stream nerves. I'm like, oh, man, this is someone who's cool. Coming to watch the stream. If I let them down, I'm not just letting down fake people on the internet. I'm I'm letting down someone like, you know, someone real, someone with feelings, someone that doesn't deserve to be let down, you know? It's a real, like, it's a whole problem, I would say. Okay, so we're gonna now put that back there, and then we're gonna destroy a few more blocks around here, so that this is definitely just for flying, basically. And there we go. Okay. So now the tunnel splits in two, so that if we are flying, we can get out. It's still nowhere near tall enough to actually fly. Like, 2 blocks tall is nothing. But we got the idea right here, which is what matters sometimes. And we take the nev rack. Oh, that's not going to work. And we'll fix it. Chat, we are down into single digits again. 8 minutes to go. I hope we make it further. I have the tequila emotionally ready. Toycat fans never felt left down. Thank you. I mean, like, for real though, like, I feel like some people's, like, favorite moments in streams and stuff is like, oh yeah, you shared that. You know, you're the only gaming YouTuber who talks about these sorts of things. And it'll be like, it's interesting to me sometimes be like, oh yeah, all I really feel like talking about today is, you know, like, are you meant to wipe when you pee? You know, or like, you know, aren't lobster rolls the best? There's like a level of that, but there's also a level of like, oh yeah, like this is, you know, my world. I'm gonna just do the things that are important. But like, I know there are probably some things that are more visually exciting or more, you know, like inspiring to some people than others. So I have to think in my head like, okay, should we do those things? You know, do we owe it to the people? Can a gifted member be gifted again? I was gifted in January 2024. I think so. The gifted member algorithm is very mysterious, but I think, like, deliberately so. Because YouTube, it's, I think YouTube has a big incentive in not, like, they don't want you to think, I will wait for a gifted member. Like, you know, ignoring the fact that, like, ignore my incentives, right? YouTube wants you to think, I should give this person money, because they get a 30% cut when you do, which means if you spend, you know, $5 on this right now, that is good. But if you don't spend $5 because you're like, someone else might spend $5 and I'll get it, then that's bad. Because either way, that person will spend their $5. They'll get their gifted member, or 50 for the case of 10. Like, do you get what I'm saying? It's like, it's the same reason that companies will never announce their Black Friday sales. Everyone knows they're happening. Oh, chat, it actually happened to me recently. I was trying to book something. It was, there's some travel I want to do in January. January is YouTuber travel month, as you all know. So there's some travel I want to do in January. But, the problem is that it's, like, they were saying, like, there is a sale. It's gonna end soon. And weirdly, their sale hasn't ended, but their prices just went up a bunch. Like, it's like £400 more now, and I'm like, oh, now, even if I felt like I was okay paying that, I would feel, you know, it's the whole like, you know, you wouldn't pay £75 for it. You wouldn't pay £403 for a Coke. It's the same amount of money in either case, but you wouldn't do it, and so I guess I shouldn't do it. For me, it was €6. Is it different per country? Did you do it on an iPhone? I've heard that's gonna spend that December ad revenue on January traveling. SMH. I haven't noticed December ad revenue being good recently, which is, I think, like, I wonder if it is like actually smoothing out over the year, or if it's like YouTube doing the same, or if it's like even it could go the other way, that like, well, there's so many more people pushing for YouTube videos in December. But yeah, I feel like you're a bad consumer if you say, it's gone up like a lot of money. What about that? But yeah, if you are on iPhone, you get higher prices. Honestly, I think there's a really should you pay the price of Apple? Like okay, let's say in Europe, for example, we have electronics that cost 20% more because that's what our taxes are, VAT. Sometimes it's more depending on the country. Hey, Polly, thank you for gifting 10 memberships. That pushes us into the 17s. That's right. We're safe, chat. The single-digit numbers are gone. We're fine now, and even better, we get to listen to Pigstep while we're in the Nether. Yeah, crafty Moss Man. Yeah, it's like a. It's such a. It used to be like a shameful thing to be like, oh, you're taking time off in January. Is that because you like money? What? Yeah, you know, like I do think there are downsides to how, you know, like YouTube is accepted as a business, or at least a job now, right? Even if you don't like it as a business, you say, well, creators need to earn money too. I think there are some like some downsides to it, but I like that people are generally like, yes, I agree that if my job was paying me half as much in January and twice as much in December, that I would work twice as much in December and not at all in January, or at least half as much in January, right? Yeah, it's because we like money. I think that one of the craziest things in the world is people who like, I guess it's like, you know, like, shouldn't it be? There's a whole field. Also, loving this. Ironically, January 2025 was my best month. That is actually quite interesting. I think I've had a few good Januaries in the past. Like it's really. I would suspect it could be by pure chance, but it could also be like there are fewer other big videos to compete with. So on a competition front, you know, right? Like it's better to sell 1,000 times as many copies of something for half the price, maybe. But you're not selling video. Oh, I mean, you are selling videos for a cent each, or a tenth of a cent each of their shorts, maybe. It used to be. I remember back in the day, YouTube Shorts revenue was so bad. It was like, if you get 1 million views, you get yourself $7, and now it's like $50, and it's like, oh yeah, we're raking it in, absolutely killing it on these shorts now. I want to tip so bad, but I got my credit card information stolen, so I had to cancel it and wait for the next one. I'm sorry, Carlisle Victor. Sorry to hear about that. But yeah, I think, okay, chat, I think the #1 lesson they should teach everyone is, like, literally, it's so stupid that you almost shouldn't teach it, but most people don't know it, and so you should. It's like, you know, like, schools don't teach you how to be a good person because your parents are meant to do that. But what if your parents aren't doing that? The answer is, ooh, we're back in the overworld. The answer, in my opinion, is that logically, we should all understand, like they should say at the end of school, look, here's the reason I'm teaching you today. I do like teaching, yes, true, sure, but the school sends me money every month. If the school stopped sending me money, I wouldn't be here. Not because I don't like teaching, but because money is, hey, 390, look at that, money just rolled in, and I am happier because I can use that for goods and services. Would I have streamed without the money? Yes. But is it better to have both the thing that you want to do and money in exchange for doing it? Yes. Are there more factors than just, you know, it's like there is some complication to it. Not everything in the world is determined solely on a monetary basis, but it is by far the single most influential, you know, like one of the most influential factors. That 8 more members, toycat, and you can get some toycat oversharing after Tequila. Okay, so now I want to go get some horses, chat. I think if I've got to deal with this garbage, annoyingly. Like, what is Crimson? Why does anyone want Crimson Roots? I'll go place it somewhere odd in my world. That's what I think I should do with it. No, I think that will confuse me. Anyway, so, yeah, Peen said the tip was €6. It's because Apple, if presuming it's Apple. It might just be conversion rate stuff, too. Like, I think it's £5, so it could be $6. Actually, chat, can you tell me right now? Because Quinzae says their currency conversion rate's terrible. Can you tell me what it is in your currency to become a member? I would love to know. What does it cost in your currency? You don't need to give the conversion rate to pounds or dollars or anything. But I'd be curious. Maybe stop carrying the mace you've had on you since June last year. I think I should just start using the mace more. I'll put away the sword. I'll use the mace. We'll make it work. So £5.99. €4.99. Oh, that's interesting. $4.99. So it is $4.99. Just do the ARS method. ARS method. I literally don't know what that is. I think there's a... Also, £4.99, £4.99, $5.99 of Apple Pay. Yeah, so €1 of that went to... Well, actually, it was like €1.30 or something. Apple charges more. Apple charges a percent of everything you buy on their phone if it comes from their app store, which it all has to come from their app store. It's a giant antitrust issue, but like everyone's just started charging Apple users more, and it seems to have worked out for everyone a bit. So 129 Filipino pesos. Oh, ARS is the Argentina dollar. Yeah, the Argentine dollar conversion rate is. I'm fascinated by this one. Yeah, the Argentina. What is it actually called? It can't be the dollar if it's ARS. ARS currency. The Argentina peso. I was sure it was the peso, but that's okay. So a peso is worth 0.00056 pounds. But the official exchange rate is, so that means you get 18,000 Argentine pesos for £1. But the official exchange rates used to be like really like tightly controlled, and so it meant that you could. It meant a lot of things were cheaper if you could just do it in Argentina pesos. I think that's mostly gone away now, but if you know how to do it, like I know it used to be like a lot of people use that to get YouTube Premium for cheap, which is also interesting. You're not chat if you believe in yourself. You also £1 to Apple, says Janek. Yeah, so it's weird, right? I used to think, wow, that's an outrage. How could anyone ever do it? But actually, a lot of people are like, yeah, it's convenient, like whatever. Like, if when you spend, if you spend $5 at the bar, £5 at the bar, then like a pound of that goes to the landlord via rent, right? If they sell 1,000 drinks a month and their rent is £1,000 a month, then when you buy your £5 drink, £1 of that is going to the bar for their rent. You know, whether it is or not is irrelevant. It is. Like, I guess if you were their 1,001th drink and they've already paid their rent, you could argue it's different. Still the case for YouTube stuff as far as I know. Oh, really? Oh, that is crazy. Also, Ghosts! Thanks for becoming the 393rd channel member. That's right. Our Memberthon that is apparently a reverse Memberthon. It's getting stronger. We're getting close to 400 members. Chat, if you want, now is the best time to become a member. I feel like there's an instinct in some people, like, let's wait till the timer gets super low. But it is possible it hits 0. You miss it. You get in there now. You know, you're part of what makes the Tequila possible. Yeah, Tequila. That's the branding for my new merch line. I mean, my channel's been around long enough that conceivably there were people who were not able to drink. Probably the majority based on when I gained them. The majority of people who weren't able to drink if they started subscribing to my channel now are, and therefore the Tequila is a great idea. 395 channel members. Yes. 1707. You will not regret this, Mikala. I can only assume. So, Kat, you make my favorite Minecraft videos. Glad you're having a good day, and I hope everyone else is too. I'm glad you like them. I think it's I feel like the Minecraft space is an interesting one. And there's like a real, like, also Beetroot. Chat, if we get to 450 members, I'll make this instantly. I feel like the Minecraft space is a really interesting one, so I'm glad that out of all the creators out there, you think that I make your favorites. That hits good. That makes me feel lovely. OMG Tequila, I would totally buy that. Producing a potion bowl with optional drink containers, such as the one you have today. I don't think you should drink Tequila straight out of a soap dispenser. Hey, my happy Ghast. I forgot about him. Genuinely, no recollection of this mob existing. I don't think I will ever use him. I may be working on the nether roof, but even then it's like, I'm not even sure. So this is a high health mob, but I want fast. I've got 2 fast horses, so I just breed them repeatedly until I get better horses. I've only got 2 golden carrots though, so I can breed 1 baby horse. baby horse. And then after that, I can... Wait, chat. I gave him a golden carrot, and he's not breeding. Okay, so we have to go get some golden carrots. I kind of thought in my head, like, maybe I don't have the golden carrot supply. I was like, of course I do. Of course. Why would I not? But this is the answer as to why. And if I finish this build, which I would say I have, I'm going to bring the spruce logs back with me. I'm trying to slowly repatriate big collections of blocks that I need. Also, 5 diamond... Like, what would that... Why was this even in there to begin with? Making diamond horse armor? That's not a thing. So I'll grab those and I'll bring those home too. Placing glass on your end's underside. But yeah, thank you so much for becoming the 395th member, McCalla. I'm saying a nice thing with it too. Again, I feel like there's an argument that you gave me, you know, like using the economic argument. It's like, oh, you gave me money, therefore you can be mean to me a little bit, and I'll still like you. You know, weirdly, people who are mean to me don't give me money, and people who are nice to me do give me money. There's an interesting thing in there somewhere. You know, I see why it like tempts people to be like, oh yeah, it's member-only live streams. It's you know, it's paid only. Every one of my member-only videos has very nice comments. I don't have to go in there being like, okay, what weird fact am I gonna learn about myself today? What, you know, someone's gonna what strange thing am I gonna get here? So toycat, I just said my own name. Chat. I think of us as the same person, you see. But chat. Also, you're gonna do a drops retrospective video once the Copper Age comes out, since it'll have been a year pretty much. I think I want to KMB. I think that's a really good idea. I think it'd be fun to like really dive into the minutia of like I think the full drop. Genuinely, it feels like a lifetime ago that leaked at Minecraft Live. That alone is, I think, the reason I want to do it. I think it'd be super, super cool. Yeah, I would love to do a drops deep dive video. When the homie brings all the new members. Yeah, when the homie brings the new members. Like we did here. Is he drinking out of a soap dispenser? I don't know why everyone keeps calling it a soap dispenser. It was in the Halloween section of the store. You wouldn't buy a Halloween soap dispenser. But people do drink at Halloween. And so that is a thing you would do. So yeah, what we're going to do, chat, is we're going to fly throughout a Elytra tunnel to get to a village. It's not a very good fly, but I'm going to do it anyway. Because who's going to stop me? Also, thank you for 5 gifted members. Sadly, that doesn't bring us to 400. I know that a lot of people... Oh, more people than normal are going to be questioning that now. Also, let's pick up the... It feels like there's probably lava next to them. Let's try and pick up these diamonds nonetheless. These are a rare feat, chat. These are a rare thing to find. So I'll take them when I can. But thank you so much for gifting 5 members and bringing us out of the danger zone, which is now 10 minutes, chat. You know, 15 minutes should be the danger zone. That's the length of like a healthy YouTube video. I think double digits and single digits is the real... Like when we were last at 8 minutes, I was like, oh, it might be ending. But we got at least 13 minutes to go now, chat. It looks like a soap dispenser. Nah, it's definitely a misunderstanding. You know, I see how you could make that mistake. You know, but don't be fooled. It's clearly a drink. I mean, even if it was a soap dispenser, by transient, you know, if you live in a forest, does the forest become your house? If you live in a car, does the car become your home? You know, these are the idea of transient properties implies that actually a drinking glass is not a fixed set of criteria. The most interesting version of this is perfume bottles. I have a friend who like makes giant perfume bottles for like advertisements, and they told me, and I have no reason to disbelieve them, that the vast majority of cost in perfume is just all that stuff that goes on. Also, I thought that this was a good idea, chat, but I can't even find the old tunnel anymore. I'm very lost. I'm guessing the old tunnel is up there somewhere. So while working on this tunnel, I've actually made it non-functional for its main purpose, which is a bad thing, I would say. But also, it's a sign of how big this is getting. So with my absolutely full inventory, I'm going to just mine a few blocks of the top here. Just go right down. And just have a little bit of progress made before we leave the tunnel and use the Nether instead. But yeah, like so like if you look at perfume bottles, they're really silly now in a lot of ways. The same is true for high fashion, right? Have you seen what happens on a fashion runway? They're wearing like IKEA bags and saying that that's fashion, and it is, because fashion is that most things are defined by the you know, even what is a Minecraft video? If I talk about Minecraft while I'm vlogging, is that a Minecraft video? It's a video about Minecraft, but is it a Minecraft video? Whereas if I play Minecraft and I talk about exclusively you know, the Sisyphus boulder, or you know, the something like that, then what I'm saying is there's a lot of grey area between everything. Halloween is not really a thing in the Netherlands, but we do have Sint Maarten. Is that the? It's definitely the blackface Santa Claus, right? Also, thank you, The Whip, for gifting a channel membership, making sure we don't get into that danger zone for at least another 60 seconds. Thank you. Very, very kindly appreciated. A Minecraft video is a video where you play Minecraft. So if I play Minecraft for the first 12 seconds and then start vlogging about, you know, my life, I show you the wedding, or I show you my, you know, my food. Is that a Minecraft video? Because obviously I have Minecraft videos where midway through the video I'll be like, oh yeah, I'm skiing now, or you know, like here I am at the airport or whatever. Are those still Minecraft videos? I think the answer is yes, but maybe I am wrong. Who is to say? I mean, someone is to say, but we don't. There's got to, at some point it becomes clear what is what. But there's definitely like a blurring of the line. There's a moment where it becomes unclear which one is which. Also, just gonna destroy a few skylights in here, make it clear what we've got to do here. And then yeah, this is a little bit of a nightmare of a project in its own right, but I like it. It's a very big, silly project that has no great outcomes, and that's why I love working on it, chat. So much of Minecraft is doing things where you're like, you know, no one else would want to do this, and that's why I need to do this. So many, like a lot of you know, that to me is my definition of why I like my long-term world. That's why I would say that there are some basic pieces of advice that work for everyone, but there are also a lot of why you should keep a world going is just like, well, there's things you want to do and there's things you will do, and it's cool to keep them somewhere. It's like, you know, you could doodle on a new page of your book every day, or you could have a big book just for, you know, your workbook that you're gonna throw away at the end of the year, or you could have a specific doodle book. Toycat, what's the biggest flex in your opinion in a survival world? Says Nervy Stories. Oh, fun question, Nervy Stories. No, that's Sinterklaas. Sint Maarten is walking out with lanterns on a stick. That is such a goofy holiday. That sounds very made up, Peen. Also we are just below the danger zone again, chat. Weirdly, I am like getting a little tired. It's strange. I think I was sure like, oh, this is gonna be like my most gonna have the most energy for it all day. I'm like ready for, and I am fully ready, chat, for as long as this may or may not go. But it's still interesting. I guess at some point I'm gonna get hungry. I didn't plan for that. Like I figured like, oh, by the time I get hungry, we'll be doing cooking with Toycat. What if that doesn't happen? Oh, it's spooky. Also a 7K day counter. You can get to 5 digits though. I think 10,000 days and 15,000 days is basically the same. That's why every hardcore YouTuber stops at 10,000 days. But yeah, it's still something interesting. Which survival project are you most proud of? Okay, so I want to go back to the. It's funny how many like layers of like, I'm doing this so I can do that, so I can do this, so I can do that. We're currently in. Right now, I'm going into my Nether portal. Only the best Nether portal for me. Oh, there we go. So I can go out of my Nether portal. Also test the tequila, Toycat. What do you mean by test the tequila? Make sure it's still good? Do you want me to... I mean, I could test... I feel like... What am I doing at 400 members if I test it now, though? You know? What if we never hit 400 members? We're at 7 minutes to go. It could be that we have outlasted... The support has outlasted us. We are 5 members to go. If just 5 people decide to become members, we'll be drinking some of that. But if they don't, that's chill too. I'm still enjoying my drink from early, chat. Oh, gotta say, you know, some people will tell you it's for your hands, not for your mouth. But those people are just trying to keep the good drinks themselves. Test it now, chug it at 500. Also, oh, better use the mace and... Oh, it's got fire aspect on. Honestly, if you could put looting on these, I think you would just use them all the time, right? Okay, I want to get a good bonk on them. Okay, chat, we're gonna bonk him. I'm gonna bonk him. Wait for the bonk. Yeah! Good. Actually, I think a bonk might be really good for, like a magma cube. I bet it would be extra good over here. Hey, Mike 1 cent! You heard the call, and you went for it. Thank you for becoming the 396th channel member. Okay, so this is actually tricky. How do I... Like, this staircase is too long. Hey, thank you! Johnny Blaze becoming the 397th channel member. I can't pause the game. But we can now say that we are back out. So, oh no, we're just inside of the danger zone. We're just 3 members away now, chat. Okay. Should I get it here, ready to show you? I think it'd be... I'll concede there is a funniness of, like, if I get it ready to show you and we're like, when we hit 400, and then we end at 397. But I'll get it ready for you, chat. I'll show you what's up. Yeah, I think this staircase is too long to properly bonk a magma cube. I think I want to do that. But, like, genuinely... Okay, so we'll go for a hit. Yeah! Okay, that is a negative outcome. We end up much worse off than when we began. Toycat, you should use a 3D mace pack. Oh, no, I think I'm getting really radicalized against every single resource pack that claims to make Minecraft more realistic. I hate Magma Cube and Bedrock. They instant kill you. They multi-hit so fast sometimes. Yeah, Magma Cubes are a nightmare mob. Also, oof. Realms are strange sometimes. Realms are very strange sometimes. Okay, so we're coming here for the farmer. Because the farmer will take my emeralds and he'll turn them into golden carrots. Admittedly, I could just make golden carrots. I'll concede. Entirely a possibility. But this is also a fun way. Honestly, I think I need more farmers. Okay, so we get the right guy there? No, we didn't. We want to get round that corner there. Chat, it's really hard to, like, get the right guy. Is this window broken? No, there's no window there. So, we could move the pumpkin in 1 block. But no, their things are just next to each other. So I'll break this window open, and then I'll trade with the farmer. Oh, do they both just not sell golden carrots? Oh. I feel tricked, chat. Yeah, golden carrots are like the most OP late game trade. But by the time you get to them, I feel like it's like, oh, but it's not actually worth that much. Hey! Do drop mon! Thank you so... Oh, like, you're like a Digimon, by the way. Thank you for becoming the 398th channel member. You know, let's trade. Let's get our golden carrots. Very lovely, very good. And then I think there's something from this guy in here. I think he's my second set of carrots. Let's get up. No, one set of carrots in my whole world. You have to buy a lot of bread if I want to see anything else. Okay, chat. So while we hopefully he'll retrade or something like that. Hopefully we don't die. I'm gonna go get the tequila to show you my toyquila. Yeah, hopefully the stream doesn't end while I'm gone. It would take a disaster for that to happen, but we'll see. Do. Hey, someone became a member. We just hit 399 members as I come back. How fun. Oh, I heard some, just as I left, I heard some. So Sins in Sin is the 399th channel member. Brings us up to 21. Bason also just gifted 5. Yeah, while we were gone, if I'm not mistaken, make sure I get this right. Ohio Craft just gifted 5 memberships. Hey, Ohio Craft! Wait, Ohio Craft, you're not even a member yourself. Why would you get? You're not. You work in mysterious ways, but that's okay. We're still alive. Oh. Okay, so you got several members well gone. Yeah. Again, to be clear, you can check in the chat if it says member or if it has the little gift icon. If you want to know what counts for the member or not, because it probably is confusing if you only see on screen, because they show in the API the same way, but then they don't show on the member count the same way, because they are fundamentally different, you know, things. Anyway, okay, before we go to sleep, let's get one more set of trades in, and then we can do another one in the morning, and that will give us enough golden carrots hopefully for a while. So golden carrot all the way. Actually, can we continuously do it, or will we get trade banned? So get, please. Rico became a member before Dewdropmon. Oh, thank you. Exciting. You missed. Okay. So chat. This is the Tequila. I have no idea about it. Okay. So that. Okay. Chat. We're gonna quickly buy a few more. If we're allowed to buy a few more. If he's not upset with me and insists on... Oh, he is insisting on higher prices. Rip-off merchant. Okay, chat. So this is the drink. I have to... My whole screen setup is, like, just a bit too messy for this. Like, if I want to see myself... Hey, Ruby Fools! Okay, Ruby Fools. I think you might be member 401. We're still litigating that. But guess what? It's Tequila time. So I'm not mentioning... just in case there are reasons in your territory I shouldn't mention this. This is a fun show prop that I got for my birthday of just solely agave juice. It is just sugar and water and maybe other things. And it says 1146. It's all in Spanish, so I have no idea about the history of it. It's Producto de Mexico, and it's a fancy sipping drink. Hey, Relentless! Thanks for becoming the 401st channel member. But again, I think Rico might have been here first. I think we might have overcounted earlier too, but we're going with the higher count because Rico, thank you. I am very sorry for missing what. Actually, I mean, I'm just trusting the astronaut. I'll do a quick trust but verify. Go through the viewer activity. Make sure we're good. I haven't made some horrible mistake. Yeah, Rico became a member just at the same time as Dewdropmon, and I only saw Dewdropmon. But they did become a member. They are a member. We're good. So Mexican cactus juice. Let's go. Okay, chat. So now I'm gonna go over to my horse farm. Yeah, I mean I'll just pay for the golden carrots at their higher price. I'm not that bothered by 4M. Hey, oh no, I'll just buy a couple. And then that allows me to trade 18 horses, which I think is a decent number. Yeah, it's enough for now. It's enough. And, yeah, let's get back over to the home. Well done, toycat. Thank you! We hit 400 members! So let's celebrate together. So this is the funny thing. Okay, can I had a real talk with this about my, like... I have a family member who's, like, 16. I like chatting with them. It's, they're like, they've got what I would describe as, hey, 10 gifted members! Wow, chat. We went straight from, like, we are in the danger zone to, like, we are back outside of any danger zone, and except Windows, apparently. But yeah, let's now go breed our horses. They're over here. There's a big empty stretch of ocean here. It'd be perfect to change into something else, eh? Bason's at my front door. Let me find out if that's anything relevant. Nope, got a front door notification, but there's no one there. Can't be that important. Do. Okay. Do. Chug. do, 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 do. Okay. So chat, I'm not gonna keep singing along forever, but Brandy Lewis did also just gift a member too. It is the craziest member train ever. It keeps on rolling, and I'm glad for that. So now we're gonna breed the horses again, and hopefully they're actually going to breed. This guy doesn't want to breed. Why not? How many golden? Chat, how do you breed horses? Have I missed one of the? Have I missed a beat on this one? I must have, logically. Jumpy to the right here, mules over there. So chat, why is my fast horse not in the mood? I'll go breed with a mule, I guess. Or actually, I'll take a jumpy horse too. Why not? There you go. Let's just have a couple of good friends. Oh, he's just given up at just the wrong time. Okay. So we'll breed them. We'll see what comes out. That should be a very high value horse. Also, Relentless. No, yeah, Relentless just became a member. Amongst all of that, we have member 403. Everyone is excited for Tequila time. Okay. So now that I've got my breeding pairs worked out, I'm going to stand in the corner where we can see it all correctly without a golden carrot, so they stop crowding me. And we're going to go for some chat. Can't you feed horses regular carrots now? Dasher says you need to tame them all. Oh, have I not tamed this horse? Oh, that's crazy. Why would I not tame my... Oh, it's a super fast horse too. Okay, whoopsie. That's such a funny like, it's such a weird thing to not know if a horse is tame, now that I think about it objectively. So this is a fast horse. It could be faster though. Yeah, we'll breed these two together a few times until they get good offspring. So that other horse that we've just made, we'll leave him in there. Maybe, actually, I'll take the other horse out there at some point. But for now, please tell me they'll actually work together. Oh, yeah, super fast horses. So now we'll just do that a few times, get a few fast babies, then we'll take them all to the nether, and I'll tie them up in a big enclosure in there. So I can't chuck it. I can't get the... I'm having such a struggle, chat. It's one of the... Fancy bottles are like, oh yes, but if you're opening it, then you have the correct... It's just that stupid plastic, but it's so perfectly tight. I can't get it off, chat. I'm trying. I'm struggling. You know, it's a birthday, so I've got infinite time left. No, actually, you're drinking this because you're close to death. You're running out of time. And they're like, yeah, no, you deserve to give us some of your time. And, you know, the second most valuable thing after time, which is money. You know, isn't it fun that I'm turning money into time right now, effectively? I'm saying for every money you give me, I'll give you my time. It is interesting to think about. It's what we all do all the time. Even if you decide, like, not to take a toll road, or if you decide to drive rather than fly somewhere, you're effectively just deciding, yeah, I would like to pay in time rather than money, please. But time is a currency we all have the same amount of. And it is very fixed. Chat, I did it! Okay, I'm gonna listen to this. Let's do some ASMR together. Oh. Yeah. That's the noise we're looking for. So I've never had one this fancy, chat. I don't know what an appropriate amount is, so I'll just every drop of this spilt is a quid or so. Oh. I feel like I'm meant to lick it off my desk mat now. Anyway, is it juice or a drink? It is a drink that has a UK import duty sticker on it. So chat, okay, so we're gonna go for another breed while we do this. Again, we're making sure we get important things done while I have fun. As you should do in life. Now we've got 2 babies, which we can actually force grow up later. We'll make a third one for now, and then we'll see if either of them are better than the parents in a minute. Okay, so also I love Twigget's Let's Play. Let's if we're going to enjoy a drink, we should enjoy it with that in the background, I think. It's beautiful. A little bit more like this though, right there. Anyway, so I can't read this out loud. Toys are for cats, and I am a toy cat. I don't know why I just read that out loud. So chat, we hit 400 members, and so I've opened up a very fancy bottle. I've been waiting for an opportunity for this. And I figured, for today, for a special moment that we've... I fear with these concepts that I have a really deep understanding in my heart that, like, we are entirely reliant on the internet. I have done one before. It ended in 15 minutes or whatever it was. So the fact that this has been successful, the fact that regardless of what happens now, I feel like this has been a successful Memberthon, and we've hit 400 members again, is exciting. But chat. Oh. Yeah, yeah, I feel like I have to give the clarification of, like, these are fun, don't get me wrong. But they're also very powerful drinks. So it's always going to have a bit of, like, the most overwhelming feeling is your body being like, whoa, you just poison yourself or something? Oh. Oh. Jesus. It's very, very, like, whiskey-y in that way, I would say. Doonit, says Cat Beanie. Well, if Cat Beanie says it, chat, as you all know, Cat sets the rules. We just listen to them. And Dasher says, cheers, mate. So, cheers, everyone. Wait, I'm gonna simulate us cheersing. Oh. Wait, one sec. Cheers, everyone. One sec. Cheers, everyone. Yeah. Wait, should we do a Minecraft cheers? What would that be like? Do we have any glass around here we can clank on? Not that I'm a clanker, of course. Apologies for anyone who believes that. Okay, cheers. Ooh. Oh. Yeah, I would still say not actually an interesting drink to sip. Not an enjoyable drink to sip. But that is my special moment, chat. Since my birthday just over a month ago, I've been waiting for a good moment to have for that. Thank you all for sharing it. I turned 30. It's a little bit of like a... I think it's a bit of a terrifying one, and it's in a way. It's the real mortality reminder. Also, I think I need hay bales here for... Oh no, it's sugar that we feed the horse with. Damn it! I was doing all that sugarcane harvesting, and I should have brought all the sugarcane. Drink poison potion in Minecraft and say cheers. Don't mention the clankers. I won't mention the clankers. I hope they're I hope the clankers don't mention me. But yeah, I think every birthday from 30 is theoretically terrifying. Yeah, so it's my it's my grandfather's, like, you know, late 70s birthday, like 77, and it's like today. And what's really interesting is, like, there is like a counting down of sorts that you're doing at that point. Like, I feel like I've heard about this on TV, but it's like very real. My very, like, happy grandfather is like, oh yeah, 78, getting on in years. I'll be gone from this earth soon. A lot of my friends are dying right about now, and I kind of like it as like being a super open person. Like, maybe that's where I get it from, right? Like, maybe I'll be the sort of old person to turn around me like, mathematically, I have 3 years left, and that's if I don't. That's if the health scare doesn't get me first. But I think it's like, it's real. Like, at a certain age, you're definitely counting down, but at like 18, you're not. You're counting up. There's somewhere between 18 and 30 where you switch from counting up to counting down, or at least counting sideways, right? Even if you're very optimistic. Oh, my insides are on fire, chat. I am so warm now. I will never need a heater again. Oh. But yeah, there's a weird thing about that I think I worried about so much that it hasn't become a problem. I think I think what I've started to realize is at 30, the world is now made for me. Like, the world doesn't bother doing anything for, like, 15-year-olds because they don't care about it. It doesn't care about them. When you're 20, you're an adult, but you're the bare minimum adult, right? It's like you don't go out to the cinema to watch bare minimum movies. You know, it's still, like, some people find it controversial if you're a 30-year-old and you to date an 18-year-old, because it's like, yeah, you're dating a bare minimum human. You found the edge of legality, and that's where you decided to go. You know, it's that's why people look at it dodgy, right? And so, also, where did all of this sugarcane go? I think drink more to put out that fire. I mean, logically that would work, right? You must have an empty stomach. Oh yeah, it's. I had some leftovers this morning. I had a taco, like a mushroom and celeriac taco. Oh, super good. You know, chat. Since I'm on an empty stomach, it makes sense that I should order food now, right? It just makes sense. There's a point where people start to die around you, and then another point where they start dropping like flies. Oh yeah, that's spooky of me to think about. I feel like still when someone dies at 30, it's like, oh, what a tragedy. What a unexpected thing. Yeah, it's weird that at some point. Anyway, sorry. Look, the first discussion, we said we'd get oversharing toycat, and instead I'm like, oh yeah, we'll all die someday. But I am actually, what I love about being 30 is for the next 10 years, the world is made for me. I am the younger side of average as an adult, but therefore on the side that is still cares about being hip and young. You know, I'll go to a bar where the drink containers cost more than the drinks, and I'll have a good time there. Also, I was thinking the same about ordering food. We could order at the same time. If you don't, I'll just starve IRL. Good idea. Wait, Twisted has just changed that. Let's not starve IRL. Thank you so much, Twisted. You know what, chat? Does that mean it's lobster roll time? We all know there's one food that I like the most. Thank you for paying for lobster roll. Yeah, you know, anyone right now, if you've never had a lobster roll before and you think there's a chance you'll enjoy it, and you have one available on your delivery apps or in your walking/driving vicinity, right now, chat, right now. It's the moment. Let's do this together. Let's have this moment. There are only so many moments in the world. You don't have to be, you don't have to include yourself in all of them, but you get to include yourself in as many of them as you want. And this is one you're openly invited into. So yeah, I think you can feed a horse sugar. I feel like you definitely couldn't used to. I think I read a comment and I'm trusting it, and that is always a bad idea. But let's now, oh yeah, he's getting bigger, we're fine. Let's breed him up, nice and big, and see if he's faster than his parents. And if he is faster than his parents, then we'll breed him with his parents instead. What if there are no lobster rolls in my city? Live somewhere better, Quincy. Toycat eats a burger on stream. Oh, should I eat a burger instead? See, Lego Show TV, you've ruined me. I would have gone straight to the ordering app. I'd have got a lobster roll, it'd be on its way. Should we get a burger, chat? I've been craving a burger. It's been days since I've had a burger. It's been days, let me tell you. It's not even just one day too, like plural days. It was like Thursday the last time I was having a burger. Maybe Friday even, if I could go so crazy. So, oh, I have to actually tame the horse first. That makes sense. So we'll tame the horse. Oh, this one feels fast. Oh, no, not golden carrots. Oh, golden carrots are such a waste. It's okay, though. So now we get onto the horse, and we give the horse a little speed test. See how good he actually is. Okay, chat, so here's how it works. We run, and how far we get before a door stops us is how fast the horse is. So this horse can go 12.25 meters a second, which is about 3 times the speed of walking. That's pretty good. But do we have faster horses out there? Almost certainly, yes. So then we get on... Actually, is there any way to keep track of him? They all have the same design, right? Yeah, this is an identical horse. So I'll measure the second one, and if he sucks... Oh, he does. Chat, you can tell this isn't a fast horse. So we'll turn this horse into leather. Oh, it's not even a fair comparison. Although we made it almost as fast, so let's try that again. Okay, let's do it again. After that activates, we go back in. Okay, chat, how fast is my horse? Oh, faster. I guess I have no conception of speed, which is why you need a thing like this. I would have just murdered this horse right. I'd have just murdered the faster horse for no good reason. Get a delicious vegan burger. Have you ever had any decent vegan food, Dasher? I do feel like I spend most of my time, a surprising amount of my time evangelizing for like, because most people either are vegan or think vegan food is bad. I think most people should be in the camp of like, oh yeah, there's like an animal holocaust going on, but it's okay because meat is tasty. That's the only sane opinion for eating meat, or correct opinion. Whereas, you know, the whole like, oh yeah, but like actually vegan food isn't very good and animals actually like the life they're going through. It's like, I don't know, it's like we don't have to lie to ourselves. Oh, chat, this guy, oh no, 12.25. So the horses that feel fastest to me are not the fastest horses. So let's just put this guy, again, we don't even need him in a, let's just take off his saddle. Let him wander around. We can kill them later. But this guy is my fast guy, I'm pretty sure. And so we'll see how fast his parent goes, just for comparison. And we'll make sure that it's not better to breed one of those two of him. So this horse, chat, this grey and black horse, goes 12.752. So now we breed these two together a few times, and we'll train all of their offspring, etc., till we're good. Also, that tequila was very strong. I've had a great black bean and corn burger, but I haven't tried the substitutes that are really trying. Yeah, I think, okay. I'm such a futurist. Like, I like experimenting with what we should do. I think that just on that level, it's fascinating what vegan food is pulling off. Like, simulating meat is impressive, but then, like, simulating, like, types of meat we don't get is what you're effectively doing in a lot of vegan burgers. And it's like, oh, yeah. Because I think it would be, like, if you've ever actually tried alternative meats, like alligator, they just suck. It's just, like, it's just not as good as a cow or a pig or a chicken or whatever. But what is as good is if you try, like, get yourself a vegan burger, get yourself, like, a Beyond Burger. That's my personal favorite of the major brands. And you're like, ooh, yeah, this is something. This is, like, I could eat Beyond Meat raw, and it's not animal products, so I actually can. Drunk toy cat. Oof, I need to eat something for dinner soon. Yeah, I had a taco for breakfast. I should eat something for dinner too. Chat, we got 7 minutes. Will I be around to stream the ordering of my food? I had ostrich the other week. How was it, Cat? I've heard good things about ostrich eggs. Actually, no, I heard bad things about ostrich eggs even. Again, it's like, have you ever seen what carrots used to look like before humans? I debated one of my friends, he's a very big history nerd, about whether, like, I genuinely think if you went to a banquet in the medieval times, you wouldn't enjoy the food. If you were, like, I think the king eats worse carrots. Oh no, what? How did he just do that, chat? I think the king from the 1700s is eating a worse carrot than a peasant today is eating. We don't have peasants today, but if there were peasants today, they could eat better carrots than the king could back then. So he's fully grown now, right? There we go. Grow you up too. I think sugar is a little bit long-winded, but what else are we gonna do? And then we'll get on this horse. Oh, he looks fast, chat. He looks fast. Like steak, but easier to eat. Ah, easier to eat, you reckon? See, that does sound like a plus. The upper class tends to be sending non-conventional animal in order to seem more upper class. Yeah, there's a lot of being rich that is about, like, you know, if you want me to get really deep here, I think having encountered enough wealthy people and having, like, you know, I feel like I've seen both wealthy people and people who are usually not wealthy but who suddenly have money. Oh my god, chat. Oh, it just didn't activate. I don't know why it didn't. And both groups, like, especially, like, if you're new money, as they call it. If you're new money rich, then... Oh, my God. 12.75, though. So this is as fast as we're getting. I think we'll just take these horses with us. Let's just take these as our first couple of never horses. I think that's the thing that makes the most sense to do. So I'll grab one of these leads. I'll have to bring it back, obviously. Ooh. Gonna be leaving you here. Let's grab one of the leads. Let's bring it back, and let's just take these 2 horses to the Never, and then we'll bring more, maybe 2. Can you get an ostrich from Morrison's in Scotland? I've never seen it. Apparently, you must be able to. Apparently, you must. But yeah, once you get to a certain level of life, if you're like new money, where you worked for the money, even if like you don't believe in the idea that anyone can earn it more than anyone else, because all of our labor is fundamentally equivalent in value. Even if you're like really deep as a believer in that kind of philosophy, so let's just breed these guys one more time. If you're really deep in that idea, it's like, okay, so people are working maybe more hours, or to their mind, they're working more than they need to. Like if you, I want to lead you. Can I lead a baby horse? I can. Why can I lead a baby horse but not a panda, chat? What's the logic there? If anyone could tell me, I would love to hear. And so where's the horse that I just got ready to leave with? It's probably not this guy. No, he's fast. Okay, let's bring the horse to the Never now. There's a Never portal right here, which would probably be the easiest way. I'm just going to test if this lead will actually work that way. It will. So in you go. Please. In you go, I said. And then in this go, guys. Chat, we've got 3 minutes left of the stream. But yeah, so once you start like really getting to a certain level, you're like, I need to work out what this money is good for. But a lot of things are the same good at every price point. Like McDonald's fries are very close to as good as fries can get. But like, you know, you like fries and you have £100 you want to spend. Good news, the steakhouse will sell you 40... Oh, so this horse is so fast. Good news, the steakhouse will, out of great generosity, sell you $14 fries. And they have to work out how to make that unique. And so they can't cook it better, but they can cook it different. I think I went to like a relatively fancy place for my aunt's birthday yesterday. And everything came in a weird bowl, and there was like... It was all really, really good, but like... I mentioned once, maybe as a faux pas, like, this is as good as something can taste when it comes from an air fryer. And it can only come across as an insult that you're saying like, oh yeah, this is only as good as an air fryer. But actually, so I want to do the opposite of this now. Or actually, I should set up some redstone along this, shouldn't I? Okay, so can we get through it? Yes, we can. I'm going to set up some redstone or something so that I can more easily come through this. All that horses can't get out. The stream was fun while it lasted. Nervy stories, it is always possible for the stream to last longer. So I'm tying these horses together, which is kind of not what I actually should want to do. I'll tie them over here for now. But I'm thinking what we should do is we should set up like a, a stable in the Nether for them. Okay, chat, we're at 2 minutes to go. I was thinking like, yeah, there's some people who are just waiting for 5 minutes so they can feel they're making the biggest difference. But it might be over now. It might be that we had a Memberthon that did, to be fair, last for almost 3 hours. Hey! Ohio Craft. Okay, that's exciting. Okay. We're above 2 minutes, but chat, if you want to see the stream go on for longer, if you want to see us hit our next goal and watch the original Let's Play back, now is the time to consider becoming a member. Even if the exchange rate is questionable, even if... Okay, so now I don't know how to untie a lead. Like, I guess you need shears. I guess that's the modern day way of doing it. But now we just tie this baby horse to this fence here, and that'll do until I work out something else. This guy is going to roam off on his own a whole bunch. That's fine. But then I'm thinking, yeah, we could take this corner, or one of these corners, certainly. I think this area, though, would be good to turn into a little bit of a stable. And then we'd be able to have a place to store... Ooh. Oh, this leads down to here. Oh, yeah. I think it'd be good to have, like, a place to store all the horses that's thematically making sense. And that I could regularly use. So, where are the sugar daddies and mummies for streams, says Nervy Stories. You know, Nervy Stories, You can be the change you'd like to see in the world. There's no rule against being the change you'd like to see in the world. I think actually it's quite the opposite. I think a lot of people love to see you being the change you want to see in the world. So let's head over this way. We're at 1 minute and 11 seconds to go. I think it's for real, chat. I think it's for real. You know, it is. I've got to say, I am like, this tequila's really gotten me going. Drink more tequila. I'll have a little bit. I'll have a little sip. I probably shouldn't do it until I have ordered some food at least. But I'll grab a little one of those. Also, I wish I could gift toycat. I'm so broke. So chat, right now is your opportunity. We've got 40 seconds to go. I can either accept the ending, or we can double down on the fact that no, actually, not gonna end. You know, it's gonna work one way or the other. Also, OhioCraft actually got a membership from themselves. Oh, OhioCraft just gifted 5 members. Wow, chat. Literally down to the wire on this one. Oh, God. But yeah, chat, if you have considered at any point becoming a channel member, if you like the idea of the members-only content, if you like the idea of supporting things that you like, if you like the idea of having a green name in chat, you know, you don't have to end the stream when the timer ends. If you don't, you are committing an act of dishonesty by it. Yeah, you know, there's a... It's, if you don't say what you do... I mean, I guess actually you could argue that everyone doesn't say what they do sometimes. What we do and what we say can be two unrelated things. But your goal in life should be to link those two things as effectively as you can. That is the goal of being a functional human. And so, yeah, cheers, everyone. Oh. It says it's a sipping drink, chat, but what sort of sipping are you doing? Oh. Oh, crazy. Toycat is the best channel to be a member of, and the only one I am. That's right. It is, it's a real nice little space, the member-only community we have there. Hey! We've got 5 minutes. Okay, chat. So, I'm lined up for an end here. I hope it doesn't become the end. I hope that somehow we're going for hours more. Again, if we hit to get 500 members, we need to be going for at least 2 more hours, chat. By the way, got another member gifted. So, I'm going to stand up here, and I'm going to present you what could be the end of the stream. We could fly gracefully through our little glide hoops. This used to be at world height, so it's only that much, but we can fly gracefully through our glide hoops. We can enjoy the last little hoorah. And that could be all. That could be the end. That could be, you know, GG, good done. Or this could be just the start of many more things to come. Just drink more, what could go wrong? Yeah, I think the more you drink, the less the relation between the truth and the everything else. Oh, I mean, some people argue like drinking makes you tell the truth more. I think drinking lowers your barriers to anything that you hold inside, and that includes. Okay, so I'm gonna see if I can get a lobster roll, chat. It's the place is called Smack Lobster, I think. It's burger and lobster. They have like a cheap off-brand offshoot, but it doesn't look like it's open today. So instead, I have to make an interesting decision about how I'm gonna do this one. Is drunk flying illegal? You know, drunk flying is actually wildly illegal, and that I've always found that to be a little bit unfair. I've always felt like flying a plane is probably easier, or rather like co-flying a plane is probably easier than driving a car in terms of cruise altitude. So I think you should be able to drink while you're up there as long as you're sober by the time you land. But the authorities do not share this opinion. I love how the build height and depth limits got increased a while ago. But Tyler, you've got to agree, right? 256 should be the world height, and the ocean should be, well, yeah, Y0. Right now, there's 256 blocks between the ocean height and 62. But that seems kind of messed up. So chat, in the meantime, while I work out my lobster roll, I got some popcorn. Popcorn is basically a meal, right? I can drink more tequila now. Okay. So, we're gonna go for a little fly. It's not our ending, chat. It's the start of something new. Oh no, oh no, oh no, oh no. I've been pleasantly so takeoff and landing are quite hard, especially right now. Yeah, definitely. I'm amazed that as well as all of the gifted members we got today, which were nice little boosts and even some tips, we ended up with so many new members. Oh god, chat, I can't fly into this hole. I'm so glad I started this now. Oh, I'm crouched, that's why. Okay. Okay, that's why it's going so horribly. Eat those bags of popcorn all the time as a snack. They're so good. I like the salty and sweet ones. Oh no. Oh no, no, chat. Okay, we're gonna bring it back. Bring it back. Yeah, we're good. I don't know what that block is doing there. Oh no, I drink like there's no tomorrow. That's why I don't drink often. If you drink like there's no tomorrow, you will cause there not to be a tomorrow sooner. Isn't that kind of dark? Isn't that kind of crazy that that can be true? That the more you drink... Oh god! Ouch. Don't drink and fly, everyone. Not good. But yeah, chat, we're on the last minute 19. Which means I'll make the appeal. I would love if we got some new channel members. If you're watching this and you're thinking, is now a good time? It is the last good time. It is your... Any moment after this ceases to... Well, I mean, it is your last great time. It is the best time that you can have for it. If you're on the edge, if you're thinking about it, now is the time that not only do you get the best result for yourself, but everyone else gets a little bit more stream too. And isn't that nice? Isn't that a good way to do something nice while also getting something yourself? I think the answer is yes. But does what I think matter? Does it? That's the question we'll find out. This isn't e-mugging. Put your hands up. We're at 34 seconds to go. If we don't get a membership or a gifted membership, the stream ends in 30 seconds. It has been a very fun time here, chat. But as we hit our last 20 seconds, okay, we're going through all the stages of grief now. I'm done with e-mugging and I've entered. This has been a fun time. I like that we did it on a Sunday. I like it was a different time. And I like that despite all my fears and all the, hey, 5 seconds to go, Jesus. Why do people like to push it so close? I bet by the time they started that too, it was like a minute to go or something. Oh, what a clutch. Jesus, I was sure. I was really, I had the speech ready, you know, the what we learned today. And now we got five gifted members. Jesus. That absolutely wild. 5 seconds we have left. I can't believe it. That might be late on Toycat's end. We have a 30-second delay. Yeah, that amazingly came in at just the right time. Amazed that actually worked. And even better, Stolen Soul Gaming just became a channel member in his own right, bringing the stream to 5:58 UK time. And 404 members. We should do the 404 challenge, right? I should have said that as a member goal. What was I thinking when I didn't? What was I thinking? Oh, no, put that back. Hey, yeah, there we go. So, Simbody, thank you. You can't fly a plane 24 hours after a drink or 48 hours after heavy drinking. So it's interesting. I like that you gave a tip that meant your goal is to get the money straight to me. It's interesting, right at the moment where the stream was about to end, they tipped in that regular way. I'm glad just on a day I don't have to work. I often get scheduled on Sundays. Do you get... I know this is going to vary for everyone. Do you get paid extra when you work on Sundays? Is that like the standard expectation? It is an interesting... I feel like that's one of those interesting, like, workplace to workplace differences. Like, yeah, you know what, chat? I think I've been realizing more and more. A lot of people... I made this whole point about how people love to get, like... People getting paid is, like, the biggest incentive you can give, etc., etc. I feel like so much of the world actually is things that cost money that people treat as just as good as money. You know, maybe there's, like, tax reasons for that. Maybe that's the reason why. But, like, you know, like, getting paid extra to work on a Sunday or not having to ever work on a Sunday is, like, a perk of a good job. That's a job where your employer needs to keep you, right? Whereas a place that's, like, work on Sunday or you lose your job, no extra pay on Sunday. Ah. But it's the day of rest. Can you not say you're religious and get it off that way? Or how's that work? Costco pays 1.5x on Sundays, but they're the only company I know that still does that. Speedruns are more engaging. You know what you're saying? I should be speedrunning. Also, OCD Beats, channel member 405. I'm so glad someone took the... Oh, wait. It's going to accidentally go to 0 and then go back up. Okay. Thank you so much. I think that means... logically we should order a lobster roll. I think it's the only way we can take this sign, chat. Also, it's such a pain to sleep in this village. I think I should use more buckets. I'm going to work on this also. But yeah, this is another one of my big projects, chat. I don't think now is the right time for it, though. I think this is like, you have to sit and grind at this for a while, see the progress come in. It's not a good, let's just do this for a few minutes project. Because you don't notice the project in minute-by-minute intervals. Because now there's just slightly less lava flowing. But I could bring a bunch of cauldrons in. That might be good. Also, one more drink, says Ivory Fun Shake. My religion requires me to rest every day. That's true. Sometimes bank holidays it extra. Okay, well, if your religion requires you to drink every day. Oh, your religion is hard. Oh, really hard. Oh, you used to have your timer be 30 seconds off because of the 30-second delay. You know what, chat? I tell you what, next time we hit a minute, I'll consider adding 30 seconds. I'll see the vibes at the time. The vibes this time were definitely saying like, oh yeah, people are good. They've had their time. They've enjoyed it. But like all good things, you know, a 3-hour movie, that's something. A 7-hour movie, they needed to end 4 hours ago. Maybe it becomes like that at a certain point. Okay, so let's one of the other things I've mostly done, but I still don't think is perfect, even after my members only Let's Play on it, is this area here. So chat, this is all of my blocks. This is my most recent edition, 1.110. I think I'm going to start calling it that, at least in my own head. I don't know if I should for videos, but this is my 1.110 area. And yeah, definitely this underneath I'm going to clear and like flatten, just because there's glass here and it makes more sense to have glass be directly above something. And then this area next to it I'm going to fix up as well. I've got the blocks to store this and we're going to be good. Did you order your burger? No, Dasher, now that I'm stuck forever between like, oh, but should I get a burger? No, the lobster roll, surely. Chat, do you think we should get a burger? Do you think I should go for like a... Do you think I could go for like an Italian sandwich, a sciatta? A sciatta. My religion requires me to be baptized with jellyfish. That has to be a SpongeBob reference. But hey, thank you. Thank you for not waiting until we hit 1 minute to go. Thank you so much for the gifted member IDGKQ. Wait, I don't give a killing queen. I think you should get a secret third option. Oh, I like that. Yeah, we should race it. See what ends first, the delivery time or the stream. Okay, so I've got, this is the most time I'm gonna have for a while because everyone loves. We're all last minute, you know, like levers. Okay, chat. Carla. Oh, there's a place. I found a very fancy lobster roll, chat. I found a very fancy lobster roll. I think I'm gonna go for it. It's a place called Crunch in Spitalfields, I think. It's a really, really good place. I'd recommend if you literally are visiting London for a day, it's like one of those like would recommend places. I think I'm gonna go for it, chat. And it's okay, and then we just gotta work out how to get money up. You gotta type SEP7 off and get £7 off 7 times. Okay, so we go to chat. I've got to do this. I've got 3 minutes. Can I order in time? SEP7 off. Claim. There we go. Okay. So chat. I am about to order. I'm about to order a lobster roll. But should I? Should I? Maybe I shouldn't. Okay. You know, that I'm looking through the menu. Everything on here sounds good. They've got a patty melt. They've got a Michael's chicken. Okay, no, let's order. We gotta tell them. Add voucher code. SEP7 off. Please. That code has already been redeemed. Oh, do not redeem. Do not redeem. Okay. Crunch. Maybe there's multiple locations. I'm at the wrong one. Oh, there are multiple locations. Oh, and the other one doesn't have... Oh, it does have the lobster roll. We're fine. Okay. Yeah, the other location works. Hey! Thank you! I can't believe I'm getting members for ordering a lobster roll. This is the dream, chat. This is the dream. If there is a dream, this is it. I cannot believe I get to live it. They have a Dubai chocolate mousse? No. Order the lobster roll. Raise questions later. So yeah, this is one of my favorite eateries, chat. And they do a lobster roll, and after everything, delivery fees included, it's 15 pounds. I'm pretty pleased with that one. Okay, how long is it gonna be? How long until this is at my door? Do. Hey, by the way, Electoral, thank you so much for becoming a channel member. Oh, also Pickled Witch just gifted 5, and Anders. Okay, we are not hitting the end of this counter soon. So 03 for the brand new membership coming from Electoral, and then we just got 10 gifted members, which means I can officially survive this one. We're good. I'm amazed. I feel like what I love about this formula is I genuinely don't understand what's in people's heads, but in a fun way. Toycat, I just said now is a good time to become a member. You can take credit for this then, Happy Kittens, I would say. So yeah, I wanna... yeah, delivery's lame. It doesn't ever have like fun extra things that you can order. Okay. Now I want seafood. I'm actually on a seafood diet. I see food and then I eat it. Ha 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 ha. This is a sign I'm getting old. Yeah, chat. I love being 30 in the sense that now the world is making itself for me. You watch a movie, it's like, oh yeah, if they want to get kids to watch it, they need to get me to watch it. Because I'm the audience of people who now statistically have children. I am loving the control that you know, like politicians, there's I had a conversation with some friends of different ilks, and like the politicians we like and don't like represent the average now. When you're an 18-year-old, it's like, oh yeah, here's this one terrible political party, here's this other terrible political party. Now it's like, oh yeah, there's like one or two parties that are actually like vying for, you know, they're saying the things that we want to hear, because they think that there's a chance that we suddenly might start voting. That joke was in the Lego movie. I love the fact that like this fancy place, chat. They're called Carla. I have no idea who they are, but there's this restaurant called Crunch, and they're famous for like deep fried lasagna bites, really good. And so that like the fact that this place every day someone shows up to work being like, how can I make interesting things to get Andrew's money? And sure, you know, it kind of sucks. It's kind of transactional, you could say, but as someone who doesn't mind a little bit of transactionality if everyone's a bit honest about it, I think that unhonest transactionality is what sucks, right? And so, like, a little bit of transactionality, sure. But it's like, oh, yeah, they're at least underneath all of that. Then the end conclusion is, where did I put that shulker box? There it is. Yeah, we're definitely at the drunkest I can be, given the lack of food and the strength of this bottle. It's only 41 free, by the way, if you're curious. Anyway, okay, so... Now we'll throw the gravel in there. Why is my inventory so full? You know what, Dasher? I think I'm gonna learn from you. I think we're finally gonna just throw away this. Also, it's still going. Well done. You can thank the Pickled Witch, and you can thank the name has just scrolled off screen for some reason. But you can thank them. Because I have to refresh to see their name. It was like a long one. Just to be clear, it was. Oh no! I think I only got 5 and then 1, and I gave 10 minutes. Whoops, mistake. Bro, I checked out for 5 minutes, and the timer's at 11. Yeah, I think we're learning some fascinating things about psychology. I don't get it at all, and I'm loving it. I love doing these things because I have no idea when this is ending in a fun way, and that's rare, right? Like if you went to a social outing and you know when it's ending, it's like it could be 3 hours, could be 3 minutes. That would be stressful. You do it in a stream though, and it's like, ooh, that'll be interesting. That'll be fun. So the mace is gonna go in here, chat. I think I'm genuinely just not using it enough. Boom. Why isn't my inventory managed? Dasher said this would solve everything, and it has not gone away. You know what, everyone? Don't listen to Dasher. Dasher speaks lies. People want to see you enjoy yourself. Thank you, Pickled Witch. I'm enjoying myself a lot right now. I got a lobster on the way. I've got a bag of popcorn that I had 4 off earlier. I drank my entire spooky soap. Oh, that's why I'm feeling... I forgot I drank all of that. I'll drink some water, chat. Valuable hydration technique. I hate the format, to be honest. Oh, are you like, but when... How do I plan the rest of me day? Sorry, I can't do Dutch. Let me... But how do I plan the rest of me day? Of my day? I've got to go to the cheese market, and the cheese market closes at 7, but it's currently 7:05, and I don't know if the stream will be open at that time. That's the best Dutch I could do. You're welcome. Also, I feel like Dutch people are famous for cheese, but I never actually see cheese when I'm there, and I feel like the only Dutch cheeses that are popular are wildly mild, famously mild. And I feel like cheese people like not mild cheese. You like lobster rolls? I like duck rolls and plum sauce. Oh, you're thinking like spring rolls. I would love actually. Something I'd go crazy for is an egg. I don't know why they're called egg rolls in America, but the a spring roll, but twice the size and filled with lobster. That would go hard. That would go very hard. Yes, that's exactly what I sound like. Oh, it is me. I am the bean. I must make it over to the clog market before it closes. Oh no, how are we going to deal with the floods? You see, we are below sea level. We put our house in a big dam because we believe in the... Give us the Texas accent. I actually did the Texas accent last Friday quite a lot. Try to make it yourself. I love cheese, but yes, the mild ones. Yeah, honestly, I think I mostly like mild cheese, especially if you're melting on something. But I've kind of shifted into this mindset of look, I'm either eating cheese or I'm not. I want to go strong. I want to mess myself up. Also, members video idea, making lobster spring rolls. You know, yeah, isn't it fun? There's a real chance we make it. It's crazy because we're at 7 minutes. In theory, that means the stream is ending in 7 minutes. It could still be that the stream ends in 7 minutes. But it's we genuinely do not know if the stream is ending in 7 minutes, or if in an hour we'll be doing Cook with Toycat. I think a lobster roll is a good amount of food for that. By the way, if you want to know, okay, chat, what's going to end first? What's going to get here first? The end of the stream, or what's going to arrive first? The lobster roll or the end of everything? Right now, the lobster roll is looking like 40 minutes. So, oof. Getting a little spicy. I'm in the part above sea level, actually. Or I actually live in the wealthy part of the Netherlands. All 7 of us, we live in a small community, 2.1 meters above sea level. That is about the height of the average Dutchman. So it means that the rest of the people will have to go like this. But we will live in our little cheese house, going like this. Ooh, look at us. There we go. That's my best Dutch. I'd watch a whole making a lobster roll stream. Oh, Gonsumer. I did one in the pandemic. I'm 90% sure. I'm 85% sure that I did a lobster roll making stream in the pandemic. Because, also, I hate this thing so much. Should I mine it away and put it back later? I think I should. Let's just get rid of that. And we'll put it down somewhere else. For now, we can just say, let's just put it on there. Just to be simple. And I'll stay away from it. Hey, Broken's a lot! 407 channel members! And most importantly, 615, bringing us closer to that lobster roll. If you waterlog it, it stops screaming. Oh. I should do that. Yeah, we can do that. We just make, 4 buttons. I should make mangrove buttons, really, shouldn't I? That's what I should be doing. Yeah, I should use, pressure plates and stuff. But for now, just to test the concept. There, and there. Now we'll bring this back. It's going to make a big annoying noise when I do so. Oh, no! Okay. I'll have to remember to do that at some point. Anyway, Well, chat, we solved the problem. You know, everyone else didn't want to solve it the hard way. But, you know, I know that some hard decisions have to be made sometimes. Thankfully, I am willing to make those hard decisions. Yep, there's a... Okay, and then we'll pick up this shulker box. It shouldn't be around anymore. And it'll be good. Hey! Thank you so much for pushing us past 400. You know, finishing at 400 would have been good. Finishing between 4 or 5, that's like, ooh, we're getting a new high. In fact, chat, okay, we just hit 408 members just now. Look at that. Oh, you love to see it. Going to 617 now. But if you go into YouTube, it'll actually show you, I can't show you this. But in YouTube, it'll say how many members we've had over the last 30 days. But I think it'll go back further if I ask. Okay, so total members by membership level. The most we've had this year has been... Oh, okay, we're not using total. We're using metric active members. Okay, so the highest number of members we've had, by the way we measure it, by the number that you see, you know, because there's also rich cats which add to the messiness of that, is 392 plus 2 rich cats. Oh no, that's only going back 3 months. Man, okay, let's go to past 365 days. The highest we had, our record in 2025 chat, is 400. Oh, on New Year's Eve on January the 1st we had 504. And since then the highest we got was 440s in April. Did something happen in April? Why do we get so many members? Anyway, let's see if today makes an improvement on that one. Hey, Pookie! It's so good to see you.
Toycat, how about some more time for an old member who had surgery and can only type with one hand right now? Here is your allowance.
By the way, someone became a member and I missed it. All around Looney. I love your profile picture, by the way. But Pookie, I have to say, I feel like this is so rude. It's like you've just bumped into someone who said something nice to you, and then also 410 members, Chris Wow. We are almost at 10. We're almost out of the danger zone. We went from 5 seconds to go. We went from, okay, well, I guess what am I up to for the rest of the day? Also, oof, something's been happening here, huh? We went from like, okay, I guess I'll be planning the rest of my day now, to like, oh wow, guess we got some stuff going. What's different or better for you to do? YouTube members instead of something like Patreon? Patreon is mildly better than YouTube memberships, but because it's built into YouTube, it's better that way. It makes it a lot easier to do member-only videos, for example, which is better for, you know, so Patreon is better for the YouTuber, YouTube members is better for the people that are becoming a member, and at some point you have to make almost like a product decision of like, what is more valuable? And given that it's a mild difference, and it's a lot of a difference, that's a thing. This stream is lasting forever, damn. Yeah, Quincy, I see you in a lot of streams here. I hope that you seeing a long stream is a good thing for you. I mean, I guess it must be, or you wouldn't be here. Mathematically, that's how it works. We will watch Toycat's first Let's Play. Yeah, we are just 15 members away from it. I was feeling a minute ago, like, you know what, why even push it? Like, yeah, let's be real, like, it's happening or it's not. But it's leaning towards not. Now we're almost halfway there from the previous gold chat. Whoa, oh, we're living on a prayer, let me tell you. Also, what a messy inventory this is. Like, ugh, don't need that. Don't need that. Let me eat this, and then definitely drop something else. So I have to annoyingly eat again. Actually, let me eat that potato. Oh, I should have eaten the potato first, chat. Should have eaten the potato first. But now I can drop these, and then we'll go and dump these in the chest with the horses soon, and I'll put the hay bales down over there too. But yeah, I think it's cool making a little difference in these parts of the world. I'm really happy with how much we're getting through here. It's a good time to become a member since we need 15 more. Yeah, now is the time you get to make a difference in what's not just how long the stream is, but what happens in the stream. It's incredible. Remember when everyone was excited for Happy Gas? I miss the anticipations more than I want to fly slow. Yeah, I hate to say it, but I have noticed this is true. How good Minecraft community sentiment is is not dependent on how good a feature is. It's how good Minecraft sells the feature. And I hate that because it means that Minecraft theoretically should spend more time working on good trailers and less time on good features. Like, obviously, you can't make a good trailer for a bad feature, but you can make a bad trailer for a good feature. You can... I think the trial chambers are so criminally underrated because of the way that they came out. I think if they came in one drop, all of a sudden, surprise out of nowhere, everyone would be like, whoa! Whereas, you know, like... I think there are issues with the trial chambers, but no one cares about those issues. No one cares about the fact that they're missing entire segments on Bedrock or anything like that. Also, there's a whole chest over here, huh? That is something useful to know. I think I might leave everything in there. Although I'll grab all of this out because I definitely want dirt. Bro, repair you pick. No, Omega players. If you want me to repair my pick, I'm going to need to see a green name from you first with a message as typoed as that one. Okay, so stone away. And there we go. Yeah, this inventory is turning itself around, let me tell you. It's doing the hokey pokey. Okay. Well, speaking of doing the hokey pokey, guess it's time for me to leave. Slowly. Yeah, a lot of people think that a pickaxe is nearly broken when it goes to red. That means that it's on about 10%. And 10% of a Neverite pickaxe with Unbreaking 4, it's still like 800 mines. Like, you wouldn't look at a pickaxe, an iron pickaxe with this amount of durability and say it's about to break, bro. It's a fallacy, right? It's letting your feelings dominate your reality. Also, I think I should remove more blocks here because the Z is a bit of a... Yeah, it doesn't really, like, work the way it is right now. Trial chambers might be the best structure in the game. Oh, I love trial chambers. It's like a whole different thing to do in Minecraft. I think trial chambers would benefit from a V2 update. I think another, like, late game benefit for all them. Like, I think tie them into the Deep Dark or something. That'd be cool too, don't get me wrong. But I also just think, like, give them a few more rooms. Give them the encounter rooms they're meant to have. Give them puzzles, if I could go so bold. I think they would really benefit from, like, something unique like that. But, yeah, trial chambers are still broken on Bedrock. Yeah, they don't have encounters. There's a whole bunch of rooms you can't find on Bedrock. And it seems like it's... I am confused by it. Trial chambers aren't for me. I find them pretty boring. You know, there's only one way to understand this. Also, yeah, I think that there's only... Okay, let's go. Let's help you understand why it's so good. Oh, I thought this was precipice, but this is fine too. Okay, chat. So I'm gonna quickly check on the lobster roll. Oh, the order has been picked up. Good news. Tamir is on his way. Okay, so now I'm gonna go take my spruce logs. Oh no, so my hay bales are gonna stay here. This is where the hay bales should be. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Anyone who thinks Minecraft music's gotten worse, you just gotta play them this song, and they'll be like, "Oh, I was just saying something that I heard on the internet. I didn't realize that the truth was different to things that were popular to say on the internet." Yeah, I'll put the Netherrack away in my house, I think, and then we are going to. Also, I feel like I should put most of this trial chamber loot in the. I think leaving it here. Okay, chat. I'm gonna finally do it. Let's have a moment together. If we do cooking with Toycat later, you'll see like my real life house is like this. I've had a mattress in my hallway for a month. Like I have to like squeeze past that every time I go through. But I've had this shulker box. I've had this shulker box in front of my house since 1.21 came out. That means it's been more than a year now, and I'm just like, what do I do with this? How do I sort this? And the answer is I'm going to do it now. Right here, right now, chat. Also, Pogo! Damn it, Toycat. You got my need for attention. Anyway, I'm watching this stream on my TV. Wifey tax. I'm breaking 4. I need that tequila. This is what Unbreaking 4 looks like on a pickaxe. This is Efficiency 8 as well. It's very good. I want the new album's coming out this week. I wonder if that means a new disc in the game. Oh yeah, there is a new. That is really, really interesting. Do 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 do. What was the birthday tequila? Arte nom ledilicion. It's Spanish. Sorry, I'm not. It's not my forte. Is forte Spanish? I feel like it's a Spanish word. So yeah, I feel like it's a bit messy to just put this here. So I'll put it over here instead. Yeah, trial chamber loot. And it's all of my keys and this weird chest plate and all of that stuff. Okay, chat, we're back down below 2 minutes. I'm giving Pearl Girl the last attention of the stream, potentially. Can we agree that the stream cannot end during Cooking with Toycat? Oh, I didn't even think about that. I guess I think it probably would not be able to, because I don't think I'd have the timer on Cooking with Toycat. I have a really janky setup planned for how I'm going to do it, by the way, if that helps you understand why. Forte means strength or strength, but what language is Forte? When is the next Sky Glue? The final Sky Glue Peace Dragon. The final Sky Glue. At least this season. Looking at, it's a funny thing as a YouTuber. Like, looking at the numbers, I should just cancel Sky Glue now. Looking at the numbers, there's no way I'll ever do it again. But it's fun, right? I've made a decision that, like, oh yeah, this economically makes poor sense, but I'll still roll it anyway. Whereas arguably, like, I should be doing a memberthon every month, right? Do you know how many people became a member today? We'd be able to, like, keep 500 members, like our channel goal. We'd be doing incredible. So, Cat, can you play us Chicken Jockey? Oh no, 27 seconds, chat! Oh, it's over. I didn't realize, chat. Now is your moment. If you've considered becoming a channel member or gifting a channel membership, now is the time. Because if now isn't the time, then you know what it becomes. Oh, there's a skeleton horse in here. I didn't really think of. Okay, 8 seconds. Chat, it has been great. It has been a time. We shared this all together. It was beautiful, and I enjoyed it. But bad news. Countdown is done. I've got some terrible news for you. This was great. This was 4 hours. So we went, an hour was all we were locked in for. That means we went for 3 extra hours. We picked up, it says here on YouTube somewhere, we picked up dozens, 122 between gifted and non-gifted members. The member counter got pushed forwards a minute, but it's already over, you know. Yeah, 1822. I can start it right now, but it just rolls right back, even with the gifted member from IDGK. It has been really, really great. Thank you, by the way. That is the gifted member that pushed it to this many seconds. Thank you very much for watching today. I hope you all enjoyed. It has been a time, chat. 4 hours, and honestly, a really, really fun one. And sadly, you won't get to be here for my lobster roll. It's 14 minutes away still. But what you will get to be here for is my genuine, as sincere as I can be, thank you for watching this channel and for making things like this possible. For allowing me to have days where I'm like, oh yeah, I'll just start streaming. And I guess the internet decides when I stop. I definitely love doing these goofy streams like this. And so, I hope that if we do another one, you'll be around for it. But for now, thank you for watching. Cooking with Toycat, sadly, is not on the cards just yet. But maybe in the future. I've already got the ingredients, so I'll probably do something with my beetroot soup. It'll be a lot of fun. But for now, thank you for watching. We actually just got a membership from we got last minute. So someone who's always sees something just a bit too late. LD Kindred did become the 411th channel member. But yeah, thank you for watching. I hope you all enjoyed. It's been a delight, and I guess I'll see you in the next one, huh? So yeah, I will be streaming soon. I've got a very, very big event tomorrow. It's a couple of people close to me's wedding, and yeah, it's gonna be exciting when to see a lot of people Hopefully some of them will be fun to talk to. Hopefully some of them will find me fun to talk to. Yeah, thank you for making this a little bit special. It's kind of weird. There's wait, someone spam membership so it doesn't end. I did, but it isn't showing. Don't worry, LD Kindred. We see your membership, and thank you for watching. Have a great day. I'll have a little bit more tequila with my lobster roll, but for now, it's over.